Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Tomato Sauce stream. Today, there's no real news. There's nothing really exciting happening outside of the Starry Rush Cup a little bit later. We don't have that many different Rush events, so any new events we're always quite happy to play them. So today we're just going to be playing some Rush Ladder. We're going to be playing some Dark Magician, which we're not expecting too much out of it, to be honest. Because on paper, this deck is nothing crazy, right? But I think this deck might have something to it, so we are going to give it a go. Just on the Magician Shuffle skill, and the reason this deck might have something to it is entirely because of Shock Dragon, which is an okay card. In general, this card was usually seen as like a one-of in the physical game. Being able to weaken your opponent's monsters has always been a very, very strong effect. And the reason we play it in this deck is because we have easy access to 2,500 bodies during the same turn that we can summon out a Shock Dragon. So that's kind of the beginning and the end of it. We do have Seraph of Darkness, which can change monsters to defense, which is very, very helpful. It can think of it like a not quite as good Dark Arts of Celerity. We also have Silver Wolf to reduce monsters' attack. So there are ways that we can get over problematic monsters that we can't usually deal with. But who have we got? We have Manikist, we have Grand Harrier, we have Dragson, and we have Alex. Welcome on in, everyone. And Grand on the 5-stream streak. Look at him go. It's the one thing that I don't know if I could say it's annoying, because it's not really annoying. It doesn't really mean much. But like whenever there's someone whose streak I've like got quite high, they'll always do a stream at like 2 AM for me, and then it'll just ruin my streak. And every time a new box comes out, Grand does is like, you know, the box has just come out of its stream, and it's like 2 AM for me, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to stay up for 2 AM to not lose my stream streak. I'm not that dedicated. I apologize, but that's just the way it is. But let's jump into some games, I think. Again, we're not super expecting much out of this, but I want to give every deck a fair shake, right? We want to guarantee the deck is ass before we just say the deck is ass. I think it's very easy to just be like, yeah, that's just going to be terrible, or just never give it a go. And then sometimes some things do slip through the crack when that happens. So let's jump into our first game and see what our first opponent has for us. So we are on an archive skill, so this could be so many different things. We are going first. Not like the best hand in the world. There's no point in maintaining Paku Paku at the moment. And I don't really want to just fire off a Shock Dragon on nothing. So we're just going to pass on this. Watch streaks are genuinely annoying, and you just have to learn to ignore them. Yeah, it's a form of FOMO, really. Oh, please do not flip up my 100 attack monster. Please don't do it. Just don't do it. Just don't hit the 100 attack monster. Any monster but the 100 attack. Come on, we can do this. We can just dodge. This is 66% in our favor. Yeah, there we go. Okay, 2 back row and 1 monster. We can deal with that. Yeah, FOMO is a hard thing to avoid. I think especially as Duel Links players, because there is FOMO just all over this game, right? All the different events, and you have to log in every day, and you want to make sure you're battling everyone to get the maximum out of it. Alright, well, we always use Magician Shuffle. The question is, do I put it to my hand and then Dark Magic Attack? It's not a bad shout. Alright, let's go for it. Let's get our Dark Magic Attack going, because that's kind of funny, if nothing else. So go ahead and tribute both. Summon out the Dark Magician. Then we'll activate the Dark Magic Attack. Then there's no real reason for us to, like, worry about much else here. I don't think there's a reason to hold this in hand, because I just want to get the amount of tribute monsters in our hand down. There's no point to change that to defense mode either, so we'll just do this. We'll go straight to battle and we'll just swing. So unfortunately we destroyed 2 Ghost Cyclones, which is like the worst possible value off of that, but you know, it's kind of fine. We do have ways to shuffle back our Magicians back into our deck so we can keep reusing the effects. So this isn't like terrible, but obviously this is not the best board in the world. Hello, Bakura. Welcome on in. Why not go defense? Hello, Swig. Welcome on in. Why not go defense? Now, my question is, Swig, are you saying that because you've just know some Yu-Gi-Oh terms, or are you saying that because you actually fully understand what's going on here? If any of these guys had the same amount of attack, that'd make this play so much easier. Sword and Silver gets awkward when Harpy's Pet Dragon's involved. Hello, I semi-understand. Okay. So Harpies have the ability to change one of my defense monsters to attack every turn, so they kind of incentivize you to play more aggressive against them. Okay, let's do this, plus this, plus this. We'll go ahead and use Essel's effect. Then we'll use Silver Wolf. And we'll weaken Pet Dragon. Then I contribute 2. Then we can activate Shock Dragon's effect. But we want to do that after we've done this. So we'll go Shield and Sword next. Then we'll activate Shock Dragon. Then we'll go Battle. And we'll swing over this. And then that'll be lethal. And it's just that easy. It's just that easy. I'm trying to learn. Are you actually interested in Yu-Gi-Oh? Or because this is Rush Duel, right? This is the new Yu-Gi-Oh, which some people say is Yu-Gi-Oh for kids. But yeah, this is. I don't want to call it Yu-Gi-Oh 2 because that feels really weird. But like, think of it as Yu-Gi-Oh 2. It's still Yu-Gi-Oh, but it's not Yu-Gi-Oh. You know. So in this version of the game, every turn you draw until you're holding 5 cards. If you're already holding 5 or more cards, you only draw 1 card. You can do as many normal summons as you want each turn, whereas in normal Yu-Gi-Oh you have 1 normal summon, and then you can have effects that give you extra normals or loads of special summons. That's how you do like these big crazy turns. But in Rush Duel we can just normal summon as much as we want, which includes tributing. I'm interested, to be fair, been reading up and watching videos etc. on it. Well, if you want to find some good Yu-Gi-Oh! Rush Duel videos, I'm just saying, there's this handy-dandy channel. But this game we're specifically playing here is Duel Links, which is a gacha mobile game. And the way that Duel Links is different is it changes the amount of life points that you have, as well as adds skills into the mix that make the duels feel more anime-esque, I guess is the best way to describe it. They'll make cards that weren't very good typically in the physical game become stronger than they were. That's kind of the gist. I played when I was a kid, so getting back into it slowly. I watch your videos. Nice! I appreciate that. He has done a lot of things. Just a lot of things have just happened. I guess we start with Essel. We'll see where Essel goes. As much as I would like both of those monsters, I can't get both of them. I can only weaken one of his monsters, but I could weaken it by the 2000. So I think it's always worth to bring back the Dark Magician Girl. But I think we do bring it out in defense, because we have to summon Shock and attack either way. So now I'm going to set. Then I'm going to tribute out the Shock Dragon. Activate Shock Dragon's effect. I'll weaken that one down. We're going to go ahead and set this. Now this play does get really hard punished if that back row is a widespread. But it's not a widespread. Okay, we'll pass on that. Get Silver Wolf. Use Silver with Gazelle. Weaken Barrel. It gets the same attack as a Rise. Yes, that would have been way better, Manicist. I didn't even think of that. In my mind, I was like, I want to get the maximum reduction, so going for Dark Magician Girl is better. I didn't even think about getting them the same attack. So, I would have been able to weaken them both by 16. which would have put them both down at 800, attack over both and get in for a 15 direct. And by the look of it, our opponent didn't have any follow-up, so that would have just been all around the better play. Amateur. The first time I played the deck! This is literally game 2! Okay, there's no reason to hoard Dark Magician in hand, so we'll use Magician Shuffle. Reveal this. Grab the Dark Magician. Throw Dark Magician into the graveyard. Then we will just summon out Essel. We probably don't need to bother with Essel effect, right? We've kind of got everything in the graveyard we need in there. And I'm quite happy to shuffle some stuff back in a minute. Is there a reason to flip attack and defense? No, realistically there isn't. Go ahead and set 3 back row. Change this to attack. Go to battle, swing over this. For a clean 100, and then a clean 1000, and then we just pass on that. Which deck are you using? We are currently playing Dark Magician with Shock Dragon, so it's like Shock Magician, which is a weird deck, but we're going to see how well we think it works. I went to a dual card shop yesterday. I was like, okay, this is cool as fuck. Yeah, card games in general are in like a really cool place right now. There are a lot to choose from, but there are still like the primary big ones, right? There's a way to get Dark Magician in Rush Duels. Yeah, it was the release campaign, which you just got... Everyone got given just a copy of Dark Magician. Hello, Dwan. Alright, we have reached the problem that this deck often falls into, which is, how do I deal with set 3 pass? I mean, we always play another monster. Do we even? Because playing another monster can be a bit awkward. Because then if... But we already have a lot of bricks in our hand. I think it's actually safer to not do that. We'll just go straight to battle. We'll just start swinging. Just a couple of vessels. We'll just pass on that. Everyone to get Blue Eyes soon, cope. Yeah, I would like to think they're going to give it to everyone, just straight up, rather than have it be a bundle card. Because I think it would make more sense to give us a... Not necessarily like a more usable card, but I guess kind of usable. Like, bundles typically are all good cards, right? Like, it's very rare that a bundle comes out and it's straight a garbage bundle. Ooh. My gut is telling me he's going to have something very good here. We're looking at TSA. Okay. What, double TSA? Is that the play? I started to play when that campaign ended. Is there... They must have a way for you to get it, right? It must be like a what's it, like Eternal Quest or whatever the hell they call it. Eternal Mission. Like, there must be something. Okay. That's not the end of the world. We take 15. But that is really nowhere near as bad as it could have been. So I guess we'll go Paku. I'll take Paku Pikachu. We'll throw back Paku Pikachu. And we'll grab back a Gazelle. Then I will normal summon Essel. We'll go ahead and tribute. Summon out the boy. Now, how meme do we go here? Do we go all in on the meme? I think we do, right? It's the funnier play. The funnier play has to be the correct play, right? Like, it has to be. There's no way the funnier play isn't correct. Nah, we should play it safe. Alright, we'll flip over Shield and Sword here. We'll activate Shock Dragon. We'll summon, set. There's no real reason to do that, so we'll go straight to battle. We'll swing with this. Hey! I'll take it. We got 2 wins on the board right now. 2-0 with this deck so far as well. We're quite happy with that. And that's a rank up, I think. We'll take it. We'll take it. Would you look at the 5-stream streak from EDH? Edchov? Is that what is it Edchov? Or EDCHOV? I assume that's Edchov. Edchov? Who knows? Who even knows? Gotta love the Fall Guys emote, though. Alright. Well, so far we are 100% win rate. We could just quit right now, retire the deck, and then just put out a YouTube video saying Dark Magician overpowered 100% win rate. Like, it would be so easy to do that. Okay, probably Harpies. Still could be Harpies. I mean, do we just go for, like, a triple aggression play? I think we probably do, right? Like, what's the worst that could happen here? We'll just summon, summon, summon. Activate the effect of Silver Wolf. Weaken that. I don't think it's worth summoning out Shock Dragon right now. We'll go to battle. We will attack into this and see what he does. Nothing. Alright, I'm guessing this is going to be a 1400 butt. Probably like a Harpy Lady. But, like, we can't not attack it. Then we'll just pass. Yesterday, I reached KoG with Supreme Machine Overlord deck. I mean, that deck is very, very strong. Very, very, very powerful deck. Hey, Icy. We've always got to give Icy the shout out. Check out Icy Gamer. How's the game's been going? The game's been going... So we're already on game 3. We haven't been playing much. Too much. So... Yeah, we haven't really got a feel for the deck yet, but what I've learned is Shield and Sword is a hell of a card. You know, who would have thought? Has he still got no tribute monsters? Okay, a lot of back row though. No worries, just Ed is fine. You a rush go. I appreciate that, thank you. Do we really fire off a Shock Dragon to clear that? I mean, what else am I going to do with this hand, realistically? I'd rather hold this. Seraph of Darkness is a bit of a weird one. I also don't want to fill up the graveyard like too much. So I don't even think I want to use Essel's effect. So I think we're going to do this. We are going to go ahead and tribute these. Drop the boy. Activate the effect. Oh, there goes the widespread. That feels bad. We'll probably just set the Seraph of Darkness. I don't think realistically we're going to get much out of that. And then we'll just see what happens here. So we get the 16 in. We'll try and clear the Harpy Lady. Chances are he's going to have a... Oh, Phantom Bind? I was expecting Counter Pigeons, not Phantom Bind. Jesus. This guy's gone deep into the tank. Alright, there we go. Here's a Harpy Lady Sisters. We found one. Another back row. Another defense mode monster. So now he just clears Shock Dragon. Nothing really to worry about right now. Take the 1000, that's fine. We have a way to out this. The issue is all the back row. There's the Dark Magician. Now, how do we want to play Dark Magician? If we just throw it down, it becomes a little bit awkward because we'd have to draw into another Dark Magician girl to get it out of the graveyard. That's not inherently a bad thing, though. So I could change this to attack with this as well. That's not a bad shout. Alright, we will go ahead and do this. We're going to go Magician Shuffle. We're going to reveal the Dark Magician in our hand. We're going to grab out Dark Magician Girl. But they're going to send Dark Magician to graveyard. We don't need it right now. Then, I'm going to... I mean, if we're going to summon this anyway, it doesn't really make much difference. Although that has to be in attack mode anyway. So we kind of want to tribute that. Which will be for that then. So, we'll go ahead and set this. Then, I'm going to normal summon out Dark Magician Girl. We're then going to flip up Seraph of Darkness, activate Seraph of Darkness effect. We're going to change this to attack mode. Then we're going to go ahead and tribute to... Activate Shock Dragon. Set this. Go to battle. And then I guess we'll do it in this order. Because this protects us from counter pigeons or another copy of the trap card. I probably should have attacked with that one first, to be honest, rather than this one first, but it is what it is. Because now if he has... I guess the trap cards would have to be so hyper-specific that I don't think it would matter either way. Okay, has the widespread. We couldn't do anything about that. That's fine. Then, yeah, she doesn't have anything for that. But the only thing that's a little bit annoying about that is, obviously, we only have 2 monsters on the field. So if he does make a giant 3-monster board, he could just, like, kill us here. Unfortunately, we haven't really seen any back row all game. We just keep milling it all. We've milled, what, 2 trap cards? Tributes 1, summons out the sisters again that he got back using Trick Pigeon, uses Hysteric Force, boosts its attack up, attacks over that, gets that, and then gets at us, so we're still alive. We're still relatively healthy as well. Is Shock Dragon limited? Yes, it's limit 3. Okay. That's not good. That's probably game, unfortunately. That's really disappointing. We might cut down Dark Magic Attack to 1 copy. We just wanted to try it out. So we have to summon this and attack. Oh, he's just going to change the defense anyway. It's either that or we're just relying on him hitting the wrong card. This is the best hope we have. So he guaranteed right now has 26, which means he can get 1300 damage on us. If one of these is a TSA, which it almost certainly is, we are just dead. There's nothing we can really do about that. So this is kind of our only hope, is just to leave this and attack and hope. The alternative would be settle 3 and then just hope that he flips up the right one. Okay, Hammer Crush doesn't matter. But he's just trying to play around trap cards that we might have. Dark Magician Dragon deck looks funny. Yeah, that's TSA. That's just game. Nothing we can do about that. Do we save that replay? I think we do save that replay. Like, it is a good example of, like, what happens when things go wrong. I think we will cut 1 Dark Magic Attack, though. I think when it works, it feels really good. But when it doesn't work, it is the biggest brick in the world. So we are going to cut 1. The question is, what do we want to replace it with? Because we don't have... There are a lot of options for, like, weenie guys that we could just stick in. Like, we could just stick in another All-Seeing White Tiger. We could stick in a Speedy Performer just to get a little bit of a boost. More TSA. The thing is, the deck doesn't really need TSA. Like, all we're going to really use TSA for is recycling, because our Shock Dragon is going to be doing a lot of the heavy lifting anyway. We can already reduce something by basically 2500 fairly regularly. So, like, I could put more TSA in, but for the most part, it would just be there to recycle Dark Magician Girl. Which isn't, like, that isn't a bad thing. By no stretch is that a bad thing. I don't know, let's take Manicus' suggestion. Let's check in the TSA and see what ends up playing. Use the Spellcaster MST or the Phantom one. The problem is, just 1 copy feels a bit mid of just playing like 1 back row hate, as well as there isn't a ton of back row worth hitting right now. A lot of the time, you're going to use it and you're just going to hit your opponent's TSA or their Ghost Cyclone or their like Legend spell, which, you know, again, isn't inherently a bad thing to hit those cards, but you're basically just praying that you always hit widespread. And hitting anything that isn't widespread always feels a bit like non-impact, I guess. Shot can't out a maximum without Dark Magician Girl still, so 2 TSA, recycling debuff along with your milling is good. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, but I feel like you should, like, it's a 2-card combo, but that 2-card combo should be live most of the time. How do we want to do this? Alright. Let's activate the skill. Let's reveal Dark Magician Girl. We'll grab out Dark Magician. Then I think we still do just send Dark Magician to graveyard. Then I'm going to summon out Essel. We're just going to use Essel's effect. And if we summon out Dark Magician, we summon out Dark Magician. Ooh. Huh. So I don't want to get, like, overly aggressive here. I kind of want him to get aggressive into me. So we'll go ahead and tribute 1. Just get this out, just to get the body off the board. We're going to set this. We're just going to go battle, and we're going to swing. Then we're going to pass. This is always going to be an issue, is our deck is not aggressive enough that we can just kill through whatever our opponent has when they just set 3 pass. That is always going to be this deck's massive weakness. Unfortunately, if our opponent does just play like a stall game plan, there is not a ton we're going to be able to actually do. Like, this is... It almost feels like it's similar to... I mean, I guess it's similar to our opponent's deck even, where... If we don't have... Oh, wait to battle. Okay. A bit weird, but okay. So he's just inviting me to inflict a little bit of damage to him. Which is fine. I mean, I can get 2,500 points of damage in. We could try to at the very least. We have to push for damage at some point anyway. So, I mean, I think we might as well just do this. Then we'll pass. At the end of the day, we can't kill him from 6k, no matter what. That is just not happening. Like, through back row and through everything else he's going to have, it's just not going to happen. So if he gets out his guy, I'll have 35 plus 25 plus 14. So we'll have 7,400 attack. I guess plus 800 because that's kind of how that works. I guess that 800 doesn't matter. But we'll have to get through my 25. See, this is where things are going to get a little bit spicy because I now don't really want to push him much lower on life. He's currently in a... We need a normal in the grave. So we can attack over this. That means his guy would now get an extra +4. Yeah, I really don't see how we win, to be honest. I feel like our win con now is that he really messes up. Because we haven't teched this deck to beat Magnum Overlord, so he's just going to stall out till he draws the boss. But the issue is, if he summons out another copy of Seven's Red Magician, or if he just draws a Tawna and does Tawna into... There's nothing we can do. We're both only drawing 1 card a turn, so he's going to win the deck out war. Yeah, I think we've already lost this game. I think we are just not teched to win. Our win con would be that he summons the max, attacks us, doesn't kill us, and then we get to crack back. But we don't have the right back row in the deck to deal with that. Because Shock Dragon's limit 3, we're not playing any of the trap cards that would stop Magnum Overlord attacking. And he just doesn't have to summon it until he has lethal. So our win con is that he fucks up. That is it. That is our only course of winning. He could even summon out a third monster that's big, clear our Dark Magician Girl, then if we clear that monster that he summoned, the life point difference will be so big that he'll just be able to OTK us immediately without even having to think about it. Maybe this deck just needs Tawna, just to be able to force something to happen. Yeah, you can Magic Stream all you want, buddy. That back row's not doing anything. So this is probably going to be the lethal line. This is weird. Unless you're just going to max now. Now you're going to max. Okay, yeah. So this is lethal. There's nothing, again, there's nothing we can do about this. I think our deck is just not built to beat this. Like, no matter what. Is that exact lethal as well? That is exact lethal. He needed to lower his life points and weaken our monster to find exact lethal. We'll save that replay though. That was quite a good one. The problem is, I don't know... I think we have to change the makeup of the deck at least a little bit. Because again, that matchup is going to come a few more times. And we don't like... You should never go into a game and just know that you've lost that early into the game, right? That should never happen. So that means deck building needs to change. This is coming out. I believe we could run Torna in this list. So we're going to put in some Torna. Because that will, at the very least, shake things up a little bit. We're then going to take probably this out. I think here we do take one of these out. Because again, we're going to have so many big monsters in the deck that we really don't want to brick on too much. We'll take one of these out. Take this out. And then I need one more spot. So... take another one of these out for now. Alright, and what we're going to do is we're going to replace those with this and some little boys. Where are they? We'll do this. Because this now means we have a way to stop it and then we can get it on the clack back, as well as we can change defense position monsters to attack mode. And now is the ad break. I suppose for now, I will just get rid of the camera for a sec as I blow my nose. And we're back. Alright, who's next? Why? Just don't tell me this is going to be aggro and not actually Royal Rebels. Dark Magic Attack is such a weird card. It's come up once today. And in that time, it didn't actually accomplish anything. It just destroyed 2 Ghost Cyclones, so... I kind of want to test this card, because, like, in theory, if you're in, like, a stall game, Dark Magic Attack, like, blows the game open. But it's like, how often are you going to be in that situation? Alright. Sets a monster, sets a monster. Sets a monster. Pass. Okay. Pretty standard open. Well, there's the Dark Magician. Yes. We'll start off by activating our skill. We'll add a Dark Magician go to hand. And then we are going to send the Dark Magician to grave. We can then summon out Essel. Activate Essel. Yes, I would love to bring back my Dark Magician. We'll set... I'm quite happy to leave this in hand right now. Then we'll just summon out this. Right, let's see what he's got. So it is Rebels. Okay. So Rebels is a little bit awkward, just because if he has the God Hand, he could wipe our whole board and burn us for a crap ton right now. Let's see what he's got. God, my nose will just not stop running at the moment. Oh wow, did they change the skill? I don't remember I can play monsters other than Spellcaster. You can. I don't think they've ever changed the skill. I think it's always been like this. But the skill is only you can't play high attack monsters. So all monsters with 2500 or more attack in your deck of Spellcasters is the only requirement. Which, you know, isn't really that big of a requirement, really. Basically just says you can't play Dragius. Like, I mean, obviously there are other cards you can't play, but... Death Doom Requiem. Okay, what are we getting out? So Invasion, probably just to be tributed. If he goes Doom here, Doom is the massive punish. If it's not Doom, it's kind of whatever. If it is exactly Doom, it's massive punish. Okay, it's Heavy Metal. Heavy Metal's fine. So he pops Gazelle, runs over Dark Magician. Why are we... We're just using the effect of recycle. Okay, I was going to say, you don't need to increase its level. There's nothing that is going to make any difference to that. Take the 15, we take the 2. That's all fine and dandy. As long as we draw a beast, we can beat over this for free. I mean, that is a beast. Unfortunately, it's not really the beast we were hoping for, but we still can deal with it. We could use the skill, which I don't really see a point in doing. So I think we just summon out Paku Pakuchu. We summon out Silverwolf. We activate Silverwolf. We weaken this. We tribute over Paku Pakuchu. We'll go ahead and throw this in defense, just because, again, we don't want to get blown out by Doom Metal. Let me just clear the board. Now, obviously, Doom Metal still hurts it, right? We would still lose 900 damage and lose the whole board, but, like, we can at least block some of the attack. Death Doom Requiem. We summon out another one is the question. Looks like probably not. Summon... Okay, so this is going to be a Doom Metal play. Which, again, it's not great for us, but because we have the defense monster, we have alleviated this a little bit. Again, our odds of winning here are not great. We are playing against basically the best deck in the format. Ooh, okay. I was expecting to get punished a little bit harder than that, but we'll take it. There's no reason to do that, so I think we do just go Paku Paku. Activate the effect. We'll put Paku Paku back. Grab back Gazelle. Then we tribute to summon this. This is where things are going to get funky. Because we're going to have to discard either way. Just to be able to attack over this. And I want to keep the trap card. So we swing over this. Let me swing over this. Now this sucks because we don't have a third monster in defense mode. Ideally, we'd only want to have one monster in attack mode as well against this deck. But, you know, this is what we've got. So this is just what we have to work with. Our monster's the same level as well, which means if he does get Doom Metal, he could just pop our level 6, start Magician Girl, which is also really bad for us. Reincarnation. Okay, so my guess is he's going to take out one of his big boys. Takes back the Doom Metal. Okay, so he just wants to do a big Doom Metal play. That's the only thing on his mind. Death Doom Requiem. I'm assuming he's going to straight up summon 2 guys. We're going to lose 1200 life here as well, which is really not good. If the last card in his hand is nothing, though, we could maybe be okay, but it's almost certainly something. If this is just not a normal summon, then we might be okay, but chances are it's going to be like a 1500 attacker. Ooh, okay. Oh, you know, we got the King's Majesty, so we're not letting that through. Now, he prioritized keeping that card over anything else, which means chances are it's going to be... How do we want to do this? Right, then we always summon Paku Paku. Paku Paku back Paku Paku. We grab back Gazelle. The back row, I think, is almost certainly either... It's something that will stop an attack. That's what his back row is. So we're going to go Magician Shuffle. Reveal this. We're going to add Dark Magician back to our hand. Then we're going to put Dark Magician Girl into the graveyard. Then we're going to normal summon Silverwolf. we're going to go ahead and activate Silver Wolf effect. We're going to weaken this. We're then going to Tribute 2. Activate Dark Magic Attack. Really? It was the guard of all the cards it could have been. Why did you work so hard to keep the guard around? At what point do we just have to push for damage? I think we have to just try. Because I think just pussyfooting around is never going to get us a win. So we're going to hope he just doesn't have another Doom Metal. Because anything other than Doom Metal is fine, right? If he takes Heavy Metal, again, like, it's not the best thing for us, but we can kind of work around it. Doom Metal is the only, like, hard punish. And we do have the Shield and Sword, or Sword and Shield, for anything that isn't Doom Metal. How many Doom Metals has already gone through? Only one. Ugh, which means the chances of him having a Doom Metal are actually quite high. This might not go well for us, but I think it's better than, like, doing nothing. Because we don't have an alternate win condition. We're not realistically going to deck him out, and we are not realistically going to burn him. We don't have the capability to do so. So we've got to get damage in where we can. There's no reason to use Shield and Sword here. It's not going to do anything. There's Widespread, finally. The problem is, I want to try and push for game, but it's never going to be game, because that back row is going to stop my attack. I have no other way. If I had a way to get a second attack, I think we have to go for the game anyway, but it's not going to be game. Tribute 1, Tribute 2. Activate the effect. Set. And then I think we have to set a monster as well, which means our next turn is going to be our last turn no matter what. Alright, so now he's going to flip over Widespread. And then we can get in for 16. And then he's going to draw his Doom Metal and probably just kill us. If he doesn't have Doom Metal, he might be. But then Heavy Metal also does it. I think there's a very slim chance we're not dead, but there is a chance. There is a chance. Next turn, we will also draw... Oh, we've already milled our only copy of TSA, because we took the other one out. Tribute 2. Summons out Doom Metal early. Are we just going to go for an attack push? Oh, okay, so that's going to protect that. That's pretty good. Unfortunately, that is not going to save you, though, if you attack into me. Oh, ho, ho. Behold! Sword and shield! Yeah, I'd love to take this back. That should be game. Yeah! Best deck in the format, who cares? If your opponent just doesn't get Doom Metal's effect off, it doesn't matter. Alright. Quite happy we managed to take that. To be fair, our opponent did get a little bit unlucky there. Like, I don't think that's how all of our games are going to go, unfortunately. But we got a win on the board after changing the deck, which we're quite happy with. I almost kind of want to just run into a Overlord again so we can see if our changes make a difference in that matchup. Nail Sayonji. That's what he's got. Okay, we're on another archive skill. So this could be Harpies, this could be Noodles, this could be Thunder. This could be so many different things. Are we just going to get rid of this? I think we are. I don't think we can end with 2 tribute monsters in hand. Although I'd much rather get out the Shock Dragon in defense mode. I would rather have 3 monsters on the board than not have 3 monsters on the board. Okay, we take that. We always take those. We always take the freebies. If nothing else, it gets us closer to King of Games, I guess. Which again, if we don't hit King of Games today, that's also not the end of the world, right? Getting King of Games is, like, not very prestigious these days. It will eventually happen. You could have set Shock and played Taunt in attack, would have played around Harpy and Thunder. But then it doesn't play around everything else is the issue, right? Like, aggro just eats that for breakfast. It's like, if they just summon out... And aggro is generally as well one of the most popular decks. I suppose Harpies is as well. But, that's just giving aggro, like, a free 3,500 damage to your life points. That's... interesting. I mean, I guess we always do this, right? There's no reason not to. Grab this out. Send the Dark Magician. Oh, yeah, it buffs his monster as well. I always forget that's how this interaction works. I mean, we could still just try and Shock Dragon it. That doesn't seem great. I mean, what else am I going to realistically do? I think we're just going to go for the Shock Dragon play. It gives me a chance to out the board. It's almost certainly not going to work, because his back row is going to protect him, as well as... he's probably going to have back row removal to pop my back row as well. So we're going to be super far behind. Yeah, of course, turn on my spread. Yeah, I always forget that this effect is reciprocal for both Dark Magicians. Yeah. Let's just... let's go next. Let's just get out of this one. That is the high roll to endure high roll. Let's just ignore that ever happened. Alright, let's go again. Right. Let's see what deck we're going to be against this time. Is it going to be a real deck? Because that's what we want. We want to play against real decks. Playing against, like, meme shit doesn't really get us anywhere. It doesn't, like, teach us the weaknesses of the deck. It just says, yes, this very strange outlier does not mean anything. So is this going to be... I mean, this could be SAR. This could be Machines. This could be Overlord. This could be Aggro. Okay, Light Sorcerer. That doesn't really tell us anything. I think we always kill this, right? There's no reason not to. We don't really want to just hold on to Taunt forever. Then we'll set both of our back row. And then we'll just see what this is. If he's got a back row that he wants to use on this, that's fine. We'll just pass. He kept one card in hand, so it was either a normal summon or a tribute monster. Okay, dealer comes down. Still doesn't really tell me what we're against. This could still be many different decks. Could still be many different decks. I would expect this to be either Overlord or 7's Axel Road, though. Okay, so is SAR. SAR is fine. There's no reason to use any of my back row on this attack. See if he does anything else. I mean, I'm not happy about that, but still no reason to use a back row on this. He's just playing Dark Magician randomly. That trap card would have done nothing, and almost certainly does nothing in this matchup. Okay, so now nothing matters. He had both the back row hate. Okay, I mean, this isn't too bad. We 2-2's 2,000 life points on our whole board, but, like, he's kind of spent. I think we've probably lost this game already. Just because, again, this is a damage race deck, and we are now very much behind on the damage race. And we also cannot out his Taunt. which means he's just going to continuously flip our guys up and get a chunk of damage in until we draw an out. So this is looking very bad. Let's see what he's got. Okay, another defense monster. That's fine. I don't know why. I guess he's just a like a noob, right? He's a casual player, just playing casually. He's got the Dark Magician Girls in his deck just because he likes the cards. Because there's no reason to include them. They just straight up don't work with this deck. He could not use SAR to try and play around back row, but it looks like he's not going to bother. Right, well, we have to use Widespread. We can't afford to keep taking all this damage. Down to 25 already against a deck that really wants to put you low as soon as they can. This is really, really bad. If we send this to Grave as well, it works in his favor, so I think we don't do that. We can't... I mean, we can clear both, but, like, we almost certainly die because just, like, Seven's Road Witch just immediately kills us on the crackback. And if I was him, I would just have Seven's Road Witch in hand, just, like, sitting there. But our alternatives all suck anyway, so I think we do just go for it. So we're just going to set. Going to tribute. Oh, wait, no, this doesn't work. Yeah, it does not work how we want it to. Change that to defense. That doesn't change anything. I think we always still just drop the Dark Magic attack. I should have summoned these out first. That would have been the smart. But then I had to tribute them anyway. We have to kill this. I can change that to defense, but that doesn't change anything. So I think we just do this. On the plus side, this plays around Seven's Road Magician the best. Because now we can only take 1400 damage from that. Unless he has another Torna. Another Torna would exactly be perfect for him. If it was 14 plus another 14, then yeah. So if he has TSA, Seven's Road, that also just kills us. Torna. Seven's Axel Road, boost it up, tribute both, attack over, game. Nothing we can do. I mean, that's disappointing, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, our open was so bad, it didn't really matter what we did there. We took so much damage early, and against Seven's Axel Road, the best thing you can possibly do is just reduce the amount of damage you take, but we were in a situation where we could not do that. I mean, overall right now, the deck seems kind of shitty, right? You don't have particularly good ways to deal with set 3 pass. We're having to run quite a high level of monsters, or tribute monsters, just to make the deck work. I mean, case in point. This is awkward. I'm just going to tribute set over this. Like, I feel like no matter what, there isn't a good play here. Like, it's either you leave a bunch of bricks in your hand, you end with, like, nothing in grave, or you just spin your hand down to nothing and still end up with, like, one guy on board. No matter what, it all seems terrible. Okay. We're destroying every single high level in the deck, apparently. Normal summon Essel. We'll fire off Essel. Then I think we just go for Torna here. Activate Torna. We'll discard probably just Shock Dragon at this point. Flip this up. Let's flip this up. And I guess I will also tribute over Torna, just because again I don't want to have this many tribute monsters in hand. So he's going to flip over probably a Widespread, and then this goes up to 25 anyway. And then we get the same amount of damage in either way. Let me pass. we've seen so many of our high levels already, which is so bad. And again, we've dropped down to the 1 TSA because we put in the extra high levels, so we didn't want to like risk on bricks. But this is 2 turns in a row of just bricking really, really hard. Us winning from this position would be a miracle, right? So our opponent has to really punt this for us to have any chance here. Okay. Shoot Hydra on the graveyard isn't set up yet, so it's not too bad. Man, my man is really thinking. You're playing Cyburst, bro. There's like no plays that require any brain power whatsoever. Okay. So you have 3 engrave? I don't like this play, to be honest. It's just like an all-in play. Like, this is arguably bad, because now if I was to summon something he couldn't out, he would be completely boned. The issue now is leaving anything in attack mode can just get eaten. I mean, we have to do something, right? We can't just do nothing. So we'll swing in here. We have to crash. Nothing we can do about that. We'll clear this. But again, if he gets any tribute monster, the game is over. Because he reduces this down by 800, which will put him down to 7. Then, okay, I'll just hard draw the max. That was not ideal. Hello, Inzek. Welcome on in. You've caught us on a little bit of a loss streak. I mean, to be fair, we are playing a meme deck, so like we're not expecting to be like winning every game, but we have also just been bricking super hard. We're playing some Dark Magician. Unfortunately, the Dark Magician side of the deck has been unreliable, to say the least. Alright, another Archive skill. So again, this could be Noodles, could be Thunder, could be Harpies. I mean, it's big telegraph to us as Harpies. Doesn't mean it is Harpies, though. Jesus. I would just like a non-brick game. Hoping to be a lucky rabbit foot. Well, so far, not working out too great. Just go straight for the Cybertech Alligator. Second, this is almost exactly our last hand. Alright, we'll go Shuffle, Reveal Dark Magician, grab this, dump Dark Magician. Then, he's playing Harpies, so leaving something in defense doesn't do anything for us. We could crash into it with the Dark Magician Girl, or try to. I don't think there's anything else we can really do. I think we just have to go for the Harpy Crash play. If we go for the Shock Dragon play, it leaves us with 1 monster on board anyway, and if he has any back row to stop us, it puts us in a far worse position. So let's see what he's got. We also can't leave the 2500 up. Now this is going to get outed no matter what, but this is the best we got. I'd stopped playing this game just before Lynx. Yeah, I actually stopped playing, like, competitively, I guess, around Synchros, I think. Hear me out, wait until next week to KoG with a new deck from the new box. Return to the gameplay rush. Yeah, but the thing is, we still want to, like, test out stuff, right? We can't just not play. And again, like we said at the start, right? We're not here to actually KoG. We're just playing on the KoG ladder, right? We're just, like, testing decks, seeing what's up. Because Dark Magician Girl and the whole Dark Magician Shock Dragon thing, I think everyone kind of always saw it as a bit of a meme. But, like, I wanted to, like, just see how it worked. I wanted to, like, feel the problems of the deck. Return to the gameplay rush. No, please, it's hell I can't come out of. Yeah, I think... it's an awkward one, right? Because obviously this is a gacha game. So, like, getting out is something that, like, people do somewhat strive to do. It doesn't make any difference how I do this. Using this effect is irrelevant. So... I'll tribute the Gazelle. Drop this. Activate the effect. Go to battle. Swing in. And then swing in. Then we just pass. I got down to 19, which is something. I think it's good because the back row popper popping all back row is relevant at the mo. I think that is such a flimsy reason to say a deck is good, right? I think realistically, like having one card good does not make up for 29 bad. Is kind of how I look at it. Like there are so many like powerful skills in the game and so many like really strong decks that I don't think the ability to pop all back row is enough to make it a good deck. Same, but I think that's how people are reasoning it. Ah, okay. This is just death. Yeah, this is lethal. We are dead, but we'll let him finish this off. That and shock is so small it doesn't make the skill bad. Shock is small, so it doesn't make the skill bad. I mean, the skill only stops us from playing 25s, right? So you can even play like Ancient Arise Dragon in this deck. So like, I think the issue we've just had is, we've just made the deck able to deal with Magnum Overlord, and in doing so, and by deal with it, by the way, I'm using that term very loosely, right? We now have a chance against Magnum Overlord, but I feel like it's made the rest of the deck feel so much weaker. And it's like, at what point is it not even worth it? Alright, let's go back into the deck editor and see if there's anything else we want to change in here. I think this whole package is just feeling really ass right now. Torna feels like important to the deck, but we're getting so many tribute monsters. We're just drawing into so many that it just feels like it's not worth it. But then the problem is, if we go back to this ratio, we go back to the, well, how do we deal with a Magnum Overlord? Do we just scoop every time we run into one? I stopped teching for Magnum because it's seeing less and less play as people try newer decks. Yeah, but I mean, we did just lose to one, right? That's why it came up. And I think arguably, the Noodle deck that we played reached its final form when we were teching against Magnum Overlord in it. Play the Seahorse package? But we've already got the Beast package. I don't think we need, like, the other package as well. Like, first off, we'd have to, like, make room for it, which means we'd have to take out, like, all of the Seraph of Darknesses, and then we're going all in on Shock Dragon, doing the entirety of the heavy lifting for the deck. I think we can go back to these. And then... I think we might just try out another card that can, like, break a 1500 tie. Let's try this. Let's go for this. Maybe more TSA. I mean, is Samurai Pierce even good in here? Like, 1200 getting in a little bit of damage every now and then? That doesn't actually help all that much, realistically, right? So the reason this works so good in Thunder is because you can force a monster into defense mode and thus force it to have 0 defense, right? So now we do technically have that with Seraph of Darkness, but we don't also have, I guess, when you think about it like that, where you can use Seraph of Darkness to change it, it does work out a little bit better, but then that's a 2-card combo that we don't really want to have. It's even a 3-card combo, because we also then need to guarantee we've got a Dark Magician Girl. Now, being able to attack over to get a little bit of damage in is nice, but I think most of the time it's going to end up not doing anything at all. I think a lot of the time we're going to be more often we're going to be in a situation where we have a 25 staring down a 25 than we are going to be in a situation where our opponent has low defense monsters set, where we can get chip damage in that's actually going to matter. I think at some point we just have to accept that this deck has a couple of major flaws, and we can't plug all those holes up, because as soon as we start plugging up those holes, other holes start showing themselves, right? So we're either really good at one thing, I say really good, we're either competent at one thing and just terrible at others, or we're mediocre at everything. That's kind of how I'm looking at this. Only deck with big defense, small monsters is Harpies. Or spellcasters, right? Like literally Overlord and SAR, which we've run into both today. I think Samurai is not too bad at the moment. I think Samurai is fine. I think it's not very good in this deck specifically. Also, any deck running any kind of aggro is going to have 1200 defenders, which is going to immediately stop us from doing anything. One Dark Magic attack. The Dark Magic attack's come up a couple times and has been pretty clutch. I think we do leave it like this for now. I think this is going to be better. I think in my mind, what happened was people started playing Piercing Samurai and Thunder, and it worked quite well. And then everyone else has been trying to shove Piercing Samurai into just everything and just being like, oh, maybe this is a deck where it'll work. And it's seen like no results anywhere else outside of Thunder. Like, a couple of decks will like top using it, but they won't like win the tournament. I don't think, and don't quote me on this, but to my memory, no deck has won a tournament with Piercing Samurai in it outside of Warriors and Thunder. Again, I'm not saying the card's like garbage, but I am saying there's like a time and a place. Because there was a time as well when absolutely everyone was playing zero defense monsters, like just constantly. And a good example of this was when the Seahorse Carrier engine was in like everything and people were just playing Canaan. And some decks were even playing Lamoon, and just there were zero defense monsters just literally everywhere. Alright, let's see what Essel's got for us. Yeah, you can come back. Summon out another one. Let's just go for it. Weaken that down. We'll weaken that down as well. Set. I think we hold these. Let's go to battle and we'll swing. Now I'm expecting these to have big defense monsters, but Harpy GRF #1 had Samurai. To be fair, one, I think the GRF is not a very good indication of how strong decks are, because GRF rewards people that play more than people that like win events, right? As well as he even went on to say in his blog post, he played that like just day one and then swapped to the other list that he played for the rest of the majority of the event. Like you can even see like the breakdown of how many games he played. Like he didn't play that Harpy deck most of the time when he got into the high ranks. So like, again, I'm not trying to like discredit, but I am saying there are caveats, right? It's not quite black and white there. Alright. Putting some cards back. Gonna boost up. So he is spreading it out in case we have a trap card that could stop him. Fortunately for us, he thinks we do, but we don't. Well, I guess it doesn't really make any difference, because we can't stop it anyway. He's just playing smart. We're about to take so much damage. Take 300 damage there. Things aren't looking good. Things are not looking good. But again, we are playing against one of the best decks in the format right now. The issue is, I feel like no matter what, I'm kind of boned. Either his back row is going to mess me up, because you know he's got something good back there. Might as well reveal this. We'll chuck this into the grave. Because I can reduce But then I still just died at anything. If we set, we die. If we summon, we die. We can't OTK. We have too many tribute monsters in hand. Yeah, it's just game. There's nothing we can do here. It is what it is. Alright, we'll play like one more, and then if this really is going absolutely nowhere, we will just swap onto a different deck. Because, like, I think we've already come to the conclusion this deck sucks. I don't really see a point in us, like, dragging it out for the next hour and a half. Okay, so this again could be Royal Rebels. Could be aggro. Could be so many things. I'm trying to think what other deck we even want to try right now. I guess we want to play a Resonance list. So we could build Resonance after this. We haven't really tested Resonance much since the changes. And Resonance has been doing quite well. Has actually been putting up some results. Here we go. He's finally playing the game. Death Doom Requiem. Okay, okay. So that's going to force a response from me. And it's a 2000 defender. Oh, that sucks. I mean, we do have 2 Essels, but I don't really know how much that helps. Let's go for the second Essel and hope we find something. Still didn't really help. I mean, we have to summon something, so sure. Come back, Essel. Why not? Then we'll just tribute to... Mind you, it doesn't even do anything. Yeah, this is not ideal, but we'll see what he's got. Having a face-up monster as well is also not great, because now if he does get a heavy metal, we could pop it and attack over our 2500 defense, but we do have the track card to protect, so maybe we'll be fine. Okay, double Essel. Okay, he's milled his widespread. That's something. Tributes 2. Summons out Invasion. Okay, I guess this guy was stuck in defense. Brings him back again. So now he can change the back position later. Okay, does have the heavy metal. Which means this is going to force out our back row. Oh, of course. The only card. Oh, he's not using it. The greed. The greed of this man. Let's just get rid of that. Alright, let's see what we get here. Yeah, that's not going to do it. I think we always dump Dark Magician, right? There's no reason not to. Reveal the Dark Magician girl. Grab the Dark Magician. Discard the Dark Magician. We will set. I don't really want to make this play, but clearing his board is really good. The issue is we're going to have no monsters left on board if he Requiems us. Right, we attack with this first. And we attack with this one, because if this survives, it's not the end of the world. Let me pass. Ghost Cyclone, okay. It's not a bad one to hit. That is not the best thing for us, but it was something that we did say was going to happen. Well, there's the Dark Magician. Unfortunately, you don't really help me much here at all. Weaken it by an extra 300 doesn't really change anything. Just comes down to, do I want to clear the other defense mode monster? I don't think we need to. I think we summon Gazelle, then we just set 2. We'll flip over the TSA. We'll throw this back. We'll throw this back. We'll throw this back. I guess this. I don't want Dark Magician to go back. I do want Dark Magician to go back. Alright, let's do that. Let's weaken this down. Go to battle, we'll just swing over it. Then we'll just pass. Alright, let's see what he has back. So, this shouldn't be too bad either way, right? Like, realistically, I don't think there's going to be too much he can do that's going to cause any huge problems when we only have one attack position monster on the field. He'd have to wipe the whole board. I mean, to be fair, we don't have any trap cards that can stop him. So if he just kills our guy with a Doom or a Heavy Metal, that is probably just game. Because if he just has 3 attacks and pops our guy, like, what do we do against that? Death Doom Requiem. This is looking like a... No, this can't be a Doom Metal play, because he has to sacrifice 2 7 or highers. Okay, that's Heavy Metal. Now, has he got 2 other normals? That isn't going to do it. Command. So we are fine. We live. We live. Respect the guy for playing Command, though. I do really like Command. Like, I like the idea of Command. I hate that it has a discard cost. Okay. So... Ah. We just flip that over to 0. So we could swap that out for Dark Magician. Flip that over, get that out as 2 bodies. So we go Magician Shuffle. We reveal that we have Dark Magician go. We add Dark Magician to hand. We send Dark Magician go to the grave. We'll activate Shield and Sword. We'll summon out Paku Pakuchu. Activate Paku Paku. Put back Silver Wolf. Grab back Gazelle. Summon Gazelle. Summon Dark Magician. Flip over Dark Magic Attack. Pop the back row. Go to battle. Swing over. There we go. Well, it turns out we still can get wins. It's the music. It's always this music. Whenever this music comes on. Alright, we did say if we won, we'd keep going. So let's see what happens in the next game. Oh, it's very strange that we managed to beat Death Doom Requiem twice with this deck. I suppose it's because we've had a lot of practice against that deck, so we kind of know better how to just play around it. Hello, I really like your YouTube content. Please keep up the good work. Thank you, Skywings. Welcome on in. And thank you for the follow. Really do appreciate it. You've caught us playing a bit of a meme deck right now. I don't even think this deck is... I don't think we're going to make a video on this deck. But we thought we'd try it out. There is logic to what the deck could do, but I think it has too many flaws to actually be competitive. Like, way, way, way too many flaws. Ironically, I think if we just got 1,000 knives, this deck could potentially start doing stuff. Ooh, we're against Thunder. Okay, okay. Well, there's Essel. I mean, do we just immediately drop Essel? We could dump Dark Magician to Grave, then go for Essel play. Probably better. So go Magician Shuffle, reveal Dark Magician Girl, grab the Dark Magician, dump the Dark Magician, summon the Essel, activate the Essel. See, now I'm thinking we could go Shock Dragon instead. Alright, let's go Shock Dragon for the funsies. We're going to summon out the Shock Dragon. Then I could tribute that off as a 1. Yeah, okay, we'll do this. We're just going to go all in. We'll go for the all in play. Tribute to summon out the Dark Magician Girl. We'll activate the Shock Dragon. We'll go to battle, and I mean, no matter what, there's something that can stop us. So we'll go with this one first, because I think the most likely would be okay, we'll take it. Yeah, apparently, if you just get really lucky and your opponent opens kind of bad, it works out quite well. The main issue this deck's always going to have is if your opponent just sets monsters. And again, we were trying with Torna to try and deal with that issue a little bit, but it just doesn't work. It just does not work. I think this deck really needs 1,000 Knives to like really be able to push through defense mode monsters. If we did that, that would be good. Interesting combo of the skill and that fairy. Yeah, so it can work. The problem is you need your opponent to play into it, right? It's like a little bit like Death Doom Requiem, which is if your opponent just plays a load of stuff in attack mode, yeah, you can just destroy it all, get in for a load of damage, and have a great time. If your opponent doesn't do that, if they just set monsters in defense, you're then forced to always also set monsters in defense. And you don't really have any proactive plays. Everything you do is very reactive. Well, let's go. Let's fire a Festival Effect. Then we're going to Tribute Set, because we cannot leave both of these in hand. This is a really bad opener, but let's see if we can turn it into something good. We are against Gavin, who is on a Gavin skill. So this could be so many different things. All of which are a little bit memey. I'm trying to think like what the best Gavin deck is. It's probably still Dark Arts of Celerity. Okay, Karatake's come down. Not really sure why we're on Karatake. Ah, 200 damage. No, here's Kimerula. Now, if he predicts what we're on, he could just attack over us and get in for 2,500 damage. Oh, he did not predict what we were on. Alright, Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl one time. Boo. Okay. I mean, I think we have to summon out a second Shock Dragon, right? We can't not. The reduction from that isn't gonna matter. So I think we just prioritize getting the Shock Dragons out. I also don't think the mill matters, and we're going to be milling ourselves for 2 anyway. So I'll tribute these two, summon this, activate the effect, which will weaken one, then we activate this, which will then weaken the other. Change this to attack, summon, and we'll just clear the board. Get in for a chunk of damage, and pass the turn. Now again, this board is very easy to clean up. We've still got a Shock Dragon in hand for the follow-up play, though, I guess. Our back row, unfortunately, doesn't do anything. Our mills weren't spectacular, either. Yep, Seraph of Darkness is here. Into a scoop. Fair enough. Hey, we'll take a gold 3 off that. Well, we've gone from that horrendous loss streak to a 3-win streak, so we always take those. Right, what are we going to queue into now? Maybe it's just something not competent again, and we just keep racking up wins. It's Roman. There's a chance it's Psychics. There is a chance. If Dragius just becomes limit 2, and it can be played with so many cards, I think that's why, though, Dragius won't be limit 2, right? Because, you know, it's on limit 3 for a reason. They want to keep it locked up. This hand, again, is not fantastic, but I think we always set this, because we can use the Dark Magician to get Dark Magician Girl next turn. The problem is, if this is Harpies, which it's quite likely to be, this gets, like, hurt really bad. But I suppose Dark Magician would die in the exact... Oh, it's Noodles! Okay. I mean, Noodles attacks over my 2500 defense either way. First Noodle opponent of the day. Now, as everyone knows, Noodles is best deck, so we're probably going to lose. I mean, how do you even defeat the Noodles? It's not doable. Right, Flavor Inspector comes to hand, summons it out. It'd be so funny if he gets greedy and attacks with the 19 instead. Go on, just get a little bit greedy. You can get just a little bit greedy. Go on. Go on, just get greedy. Yeah, oh, that's so greedy. Okay. We still take more damage than we would have, but we get more damage back. Okay. Right, we go Shuffle. We reveal Dark Magician. We grab back Dark Magician Girl. We then send Dark Magician to grave. TSA is almost certainly the wrong play, right? I want to have as few monsters in attack mode as possible, really. Right, we're going to summon out Essel, because we just want more monsters in the graveyard ready for when we do want a TSA. Then we're going to just tribute over it. Drop this. Then... this is really risky, but we are going to go for the Seraph of Darkness. Because the problem is, Noodles want your opponent to just play a load of stuff in attack mode. So that's why playing anything into them is always going to be super sketch. Right, we probably just clear this, right? I think getting rid of this is probably the play. Then we'll just attack it with this. So we don't really have much in the way of protecting us. So if he does just do a really big spice play, we're probably just going to die. If it's not... Yes, it is spice. Okay. Now it's going to come down to how many roasteries he's got. If he's got, like, more than one roastery, this could get very, very sketch very, very quickly. I think if he only has one roastery, we don't care. I suppose... That's very weird. What is in your hand that we're doing this play? But we're using this before we've got a third monster on the board. I've not beaten any Noodle deck yet. I mean, Noodles are very, very strong. They do have some really bad matchups, though, so it kind of just depends. Oh, Savory. Oh, buddy. I really hate to do this to you. Go on, play something else. There we go. Okay, now that's fine, that's fine. Now I don't feel as bad. Well, we'll use the Widespread Ruin to stop this. Okay, what are we going to draw for turn? Those are pretty good, all things considered. So, we'll drop Essel. We're just going to straight up tribute the Essel. What's this? 4,000, 5,000 on board. So if I do this... I don't need to get rid of that. Put that. One of them. This will reduce it by 600. Which, if my maths is correct, 4,000, 5,000, 5,000 minus 700 is lethal. Alright. Apparently we're just on a massive win streak now. I don't know what changed. I have no idea. But yeah, we're just killing everyone now. I still stand by the deck is doo-doo, but we'll take the wins where we can get them. Right, let's see what our next opponent's going to be. I mean, this is all going to come crashing down very quickly, right? All we need to do is run into one person that kind of is playing a... I don't want to say that it's like playing a good deck, because we have beaten a lot of the like best decks. Harpies has been our hardest matchup so far, I'll tell you that for sure. And we're going first. This would be okay if we were going second, but we can't even use our skill. So it's like, do we just hoard Dark Magician Girls in hand? That's never the play. Then we have to tribute set. Let me just pass. Oh, this is... If I had 3 monsters on the field, I'd be feeling quite confident, but... being forced on 1 is awful. Yeah, so we fully expected this. We can use our trap cards to protect. So let's do this. Ah, that's also awkward. Okay. Alright, we activate our skill. Reveal we have this. Add Dark Magician to hand. Send Dark Magician to graveyard. There's no world in which we get out our Shock Dragons here, unfortunately. There goes the last Dark Magician Girl as well. That's pretty bad. Right, he does have a widespread. That's fine. Let me pass. Oh, get out of my hand, you bricks! Is that every tribute monster in our deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, every single tribute. There are no tribute monsters left in our deck right now. No, he's worked out our weakness. Okay, TSA does help, because that will help put our Dark Magician Girls back in the deck. But the rest of this hand, not so much. So he's already used Widespread, right? Don't have to worry about that. I guess we just go to battle phase then. We'll just start hitting. Our back row is actually quite good right now. I am at a losing streak playing Harpies at the moment. Harpies are a weird one, because Harpies can be really, really, really strong. But also, if you don't like know the intricacies, it could also like be a bit of a trap. Morning, Tomato. How's the climb going? The climb is going pretty good, Scrub. We're playing a bad deck. We wanted to like test the deck to see its like weaknesses and its strengths. I think we've basically worked it out, right? The deck doesn't really play very well into defense monsters. It has a lot of overall weaknesses. So we've tried to just focus on... We've tried to focus on the deck's strengths rather than trying to plug holes in its weaknesses, because as soon as you try and cover for the deck's weaknesses, it then starts losing in other places. So it's a bit awkward. Alright, let's do this. We're gonna just tribute a bunch of stuff. We're gonna try and just basically force a response out and get one of the bricks out of our hand. There's no reason to weaken, so we just go straight to battle. Let's see what he does with this. Now we're just gonna get the 25 in? We are just gonna get the 25 in. Okay, okay. Got him down to 13. Yeah, Harpies are weird to play. I never seem to win with them. Harpies are a deck that you have to kind of like... that's a shame as well, because that wasn't even good enough for a replay. He bricked. They're very rewarding if you like have the right build and you can like the right matchups, I think. But a lot of people, it's like noodles in a lot of ways, except noodles, when you're playing them quote unquote wrong, can still just win games like quite easily. Harpies, I think when you play them quote unquote wrong, becomes very awkward to win games because you just like end up with a bunch of monsters that don't really do a lot. When I face a Harpy opponent, they are strong. When I play it myself, losing streak happens. Yeah, like I say, it's a complex deck to play. I think it's deceptively complex. Because it's all about like managing your resources, being able to work out how aggressive you can go. Sometimes it's better to just like hold sisters in hand. Sometimes it's better to just wait and play for the maximum. But like, you know, sometimes that's not. You kind of have to know the matchups to know where your opponent's choke points are, know how aggressive they can get, what's the likelihood of them drawing the cards they need to stop you. Oh, Magic Cylinder, getting horrendous flashbacks. Dark Magician Girl. Okay, we'll go for the play then. We'll go Magician Shuffle, reveal the Dark Magician Girl, grab the Dark Magician, throw the Dark Magician into the bin, summon Essel, activate Essel, no, summon Essel, activate Essel. Okay, I think at this point, we probably just take the Dark Magician. I think just having bigger attack is probably the best. So we'll tribute over this to get out Dark Magician Girl. We'll then set. We'll go to battle and we'll attack with this first. So Noodles. There's a good chance that defense monster can't stop this attack. But there's at least 3 monsters that are commonly run. I think we do attack with this. There is a good chance this has 0 defense. Okay. But that could have been... A lot of people play Essel in this build, as well as they'll be playing 3 Fyaru, which also all have 1,000 defense. So, like, doing the math, it was, like, relatively likely that you would have a 1,000 defense monster, but we could have gotten in for more damage there. Speak of the devil, there's the Fyaru himself. And a Volcanic Rat. I'm guessing these are tribute fodder. Oh, okay. Okay, I respect this. So who are we weakening, though? It's got to be the Dark Magician, right? Like, she could just do Dark Magician Girl. You've just got to make sure you attack over Dark Magician Girl first. Okay, Extra Spice. Are we going to use Extra Spice effect? It is a little bit greedy, but... statistically, it's likely to pay off. If you just go straight to battle phase, that'd be so funny. Okay, so he gets the 800 boost. So far, we haven't seen a roastery. It's still a little bit early. Let's see what he does. Gets back the Fyaru, which I guess can clear Essel as is. If he's got another tribute monster, that could get scary. Harpies rely on your opponent a lot, playing defensively or bricking on no/all high level. In the lower end of the rank ladder, people seem to be a lot more fearless. That, with the introduction of new decks that also play more aggro, puts Harpies in an awkward spot at the moment. Yes, I think we do this either way, right? Being able to keep him around and get rid of his big monster. So now it basically forces an extra attack on there. Okay, so we're looking to be in quite a good spot here. There's no real reason to do that. There's not really much reason to do that either. It's currently in the grave. We've got everything we need in there, so I am quite willing to drop this down. Then I'm going to go ahead and tribute this. Then... do we just drop the TSA? I mean, losing it by 1,000 is like... that threatens lethal. Okay, we'll go for the threaten lethal line. 1, 2, 3, 4. The only problem here is I'm not putting any Dark Magician girls back in, which is like one of the big reasons to like play this card. Right, we'll go to battle. Let's start with this one, because if he is playing... Okay, so now he needs the guard. Okay, we're just gonna... You will just keep doing it. We're just gonna keep doing it. Oh my god, is that Shui with the raid? Welcome, welcome on in, everyone. I hope you had a great stream, Shui. I did stop in and lurk for a little bit. The, playing the hardest deck of all time, huh? Yeah, welcome, welcome on. We are playing Rush here. We are grinding with a meme deck, is currently what we're doing. We're playing Dark Magician. And we're just going to keep firing on to games. We've got the gold 4 with Dark Magician. You know, that's something. But then again, I do feel that Rush Ladder is an inevitability. It's not like it's quite easy to get to gold 5. It's like, then you just need 5 in a row, which is also not like too bad. It's a really complicated deck. I mean, it's one of those weird ones where like, I like to think that my Fluffle Orcus deck is quite complicated. And I think compared to a lot of decks, it is quite complicated. But I think there are still so many more decks that are like way more complicated than it. So like, I would probably struggle. But I'm not a huge fan of like really, really simple to play decks. He says like playing Rush and then playing like one of the simplest Rush decks. It's like on my alt account at the moment, I have a full Constellar deck built, and like it's fun to play every now and then, but like there's not like a lot of brain power. You just kind of always do the same. You do the same thing again and again and again. Okay. Yet another Harpy player. We do take the 16. There's not really much we can do about that. We are going to lose our whole board, which is expected, to be honest. As long as this isn't a widespread, I'm not feeling too bad. Oh, Jesus. I think the game's over. In fact, the game is over. We literally don't have a play, and he has lethal on board. So that is game. Oh, I'm happy that we managed to get to this rank. Like, we got our rank up, and then we got slammed with the brick game. Alright. Can I show a replay real quick? Yeah. We'll have a look in a sec. Which replay is it? Going to be like your top replay? I'm excited how the upcoming new box is going to shake up the game. Yeah, I think the meta right now is in a nice place. Like, I do quite like the Rush meta right now. Obviously, Magnum Overlord is still this, like, kind of sore thumb sticking out. But, you know, outside of, like, banning it or, like, completely nerfing the skill, there's not really much to be done about that. We'll set. Tribute set. Then we'll set this, and then we will pass. The QWQ replay. Okay, if I forget, make sure you remind me after this game. But if not, we will go and watch that for surezies. Yeah, I think the only problem I have with the Rush meta right now, like, again, as someone that primarily plays Noodles, I think the meta is in a fantastic spot. Ooh, we're against Ancient Forces. But the only, like, negatives, again, Overlord just randomly stealing games just kind of sucks. I guess you could say Royal Rebels forced you to play their game, which is a little bit awkward. And then just, like, the fact it hasn't changed in a while, which just means it's just naturally going to get a little bit stale, right? Oh my god, if we're doing replays, watch my one against Parko. I tried his deck and he tried mine. Now, when you say you tried Parko's deck, are you saying that you played Resonance and he played Dinos? I'm just waiting to see what else is in the box. I mean, yeah. Alright, we'll go ahead and use Magician Shuffle. Dark Magician Girl, grab Dark Magician, dump Dark Magician, and then he scoops? Who scoops to reveal Dark Magician? That's... we'll leave it nice for that. That's so weird. Our Korean opponent literally sees Dark Magician and he goes, nope, I am outie. We take that. Alright, let's go watch some replays then. Right, so we got the Shui replay, then we got the Manicist replay. You remember that replay? Yeah. We're going to go watch the replays. We're going to have to go to friends. No, go away, Dennis. Now is not your time. Right, where are the boys at? There's Manicus. We'll come back. Oh, they're right next to each other. That's quite convenient. His opening must have been that bad, apparently. So looking for QWQ. Right. Here we go. Shui versus QWQ. Let's see what the boys are playing. In Legend rank as well. So, arguably, these should both be competitive decks. Looks like QWQ is going to be going first. I mean, probably Lunar Lights. Contract Fabled. Live Twins, okay. So we are going to go straight away, link our Kilsa and Leela together. And we will be making pink. Pink effect, bring back. We'll link these again, probably into blue. Everyone's kind of seen these plays before. We all kind of know how Live Twin likes to go. Blue brings back pink. Pink draws a card. Legend of the Heroes. Gains some life points. Then we'll link them off again. Set 3 pass. Now that is quite a annoying board. So we're going to use Chihuahua. Discard Ganesha. Then we're going to use Ganesha's effect. We're going to use pink. Bring back blue. Blue gets the pop. We're just going to keep going through Fabled combos. By the way, I'm not fluent in Fabled, so we're just going to kind of be going along with this. We're going to add Grimoire back to hand, and we'll use Kushano's effect. Add Kushano to hand. Ice Dragon's Prison is going to deal with some of this. That will stop the tuner. Grimro is going to come down. Add back the Abnak, or Abank. Compulse it back to hand. Against Fabled, that seems kind of funny, but I suppose, you know, you're not playing it to specifically play against Fabled. Marcosia. I still think you wait until your opponent, like, synchro summons before you throw any interruption in, to be honest, but... So we are going to synchro summon into Fabled Rajin. Rajin is pretty good. Just draw 2. We'll use Katsith. We're going to go for another synchro summon. Who are we making now is the question. Okay, we'll make Andraith. Draw, discard, go for Tuner's High. Bring back the boy, which is the Ruby Ruda. We're going to go for a third Synchro Summon. This man thinks he's Yusei. Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. It's such a strong boss. And that's just going to be game. Through the 2,000 life point gained from the Legend of the Heroes. Yeah, that was a good one. Fabled is a really cool deck. Fabled is a bit of a meme, right? Because for the most part, people don't want to play decks that like empty their hand. But I think after Infernity kind of showed that it can be quite good, Fabled kind of got a bit of a better rep. But the issue is that without a skill, I think it always is still going to be a bit like weird. But like obviously that's what Dorlix is for, because we have the skills, right? Fable seems like having tons of tedious play and hard to learn. Yes, that is exactly right. But that's what makes it rewarding to play. I think decks that are hard to learn and like difficult to master does mean that when you do master them, it feels really, really good. Hello, Hunter. Welcome on in. We were just watching a couple of replays. We just watched Shui play his Fable deck. Now we're going to watch Manicist play against Paco Wako Taco, the Rushing Riv himself. Well, they've apparently swapped decks. So let's see what they're both playing. Mimi and Mimi versus Luke. So I'm expecting this to be dinosaurs versus dragons. Let's see what happens. Uses Essel, bring back Trigger Drake. Oh, so this is the classic Manicus. We're back on the Thunders. Tribute 2, summon out the Stormbolt again, use the Gazelle, shuffle some cards in, give some piercing. That's double piercing. That's pretty scary. Summons 2, tributes them both to get out Piercing Dragon, Bunker Strike, gets the draw discard. Summon out another monster. We can clear some of this, but we are back to having 0 cards in hand against a Trigger Drago, which is always a little bit scary. Duckbill gets back the Stormbolt Destroyer. Any other body is a full board. There's the extra monster. We've activated the Trigger Drago to get the extra boost. We can then use Lightning Trigger to weaken one monster and change another to defense. We do have the Widespread to protect. We are very lucky our opponent did not have another Gazelle, because that would have spelled the end of the game. So now we're going to go Slugger, bring back Pitcher, tribute them both off for Bunker Strike, draw discard, summon out the Twin Edge, tribute it off for a second Bunker, Dragonic Resonance, boost both up to 28. There's their opponent's Widespread, so it's only fair as fair. Right, we got our Widespread, they get theirs. Summon out the Piercing Samurai, summon out another monster, tribute for Stormbolt. Stormbolt brings back a 1500 vanilla. Clapping Thunder. Do you still quite like Clapping Thunder? There's the Shield and Sword, which does punish here. And there's the Buffered Slime, which does save us for the turn. Buffered Slime, very, very, very powerful. Dragons return. We're going to return some dragons back into the deck. Draw a card. Summon out the Slugger, which is one of the cards we did just put back in. We're going to go for Shield and Sword, Tribute 2, Summon, activate the Tri-Drago to draw a card. Resonance can now boost the attack and levels of these monsters. Slayer pops the last back row. Talismanic Seal Array is going to weaken that Stormbolt Destroyer, and this should be... Is this lethal? Yeah, this is lethal. And that's all it ate. Yeah, that was a pretty good one. That was a lot of back and forth. Like, nobody kind of sacked the other one. That was quite good. I like that. So, Yo Tomato, I want to ask you, do you have a Beast Gear deck list? I don't really currently. We haven't really looked at Beast Gear in quite a long time. Unfortunately, Beast Gear is in such a terrible spot right now that every time new cards come out and none of them help that deck, it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse. The only, like, new cards that you could possibly even put in that deck are all very generic, and none of them really do anything for it. Unfortunately, it's just a little bit awkward. Thank you for the follow, the True G Dog. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, unfortunately, Beast Gear are just not it right now. That's just kind of where they're sitting. I guess we'll, No, I can't be asked to do that. We'll do that in our own time. We'll just go back into the ladder, I think. But we also have... Oh, connection error. That's not good. Tomato, have you cooked up anything new / spicy? I mean, we're playing Dark Magician now. I mean, it's not really our, like, unique build. But it's spicy in that it's really bad and no one else is playing it. Hello, Mr. Tomato. Hello, Sakadetsu. Welcome, welcome on in. Hope you're having a great day. I do quite like Resonance at the Mo. The back row movement as relevant as ever. I do think Resonance is in a really good spot. I think the only issue I have with Resonance is the skill says you can only play dragons, right? And what that means is you cannot play Rising Light Angel Essel, where any deck that's playing Dragius is the absolute perfect place for it. I think we have to do this. I don't think I can end with both of these tribute monsters in hand. As well as you can't use something like Speedy Performer, which also works very, very well with Dragius and Twin Edge Dragon? That's what it's called, right? The double attacker. Yeah, I think that apart from you can't use like those two cards, I think Resonance is like so fantastic right now. It's such a good spot. Hopefully everyone is doing well. I mean, fingers crossed. I hope everyone's doing good. Is that a Dragius? Oh man, if only we'd summon this in attack mode. How are we to know? Alright, we are going to take 25 to the face, which is not ideal. Unless our opponent is really scared of a widespread. No, they're not scared. No fear. Alright, let's see what we get here. Oh. Ugh. Why is our hand so full of tribute monsters? Alright, Magician Shuffle. Reveal the Dark Magician Girl. We'll grab the Dark Magician. We'll send the Dark Magician to the graveyard. We do have a couple of different plays we can make. None of them are, like, actually good. We could change this to defense. That feels really bad. We could reduce it by 14. Put it down to 11. That gives us 2 chances to kill it. That's probably the best we're going to get. Does mean shuffling a lot of our stuff back, which is also not great. But I think that's probably our best shot. So we're going to do this. We're going to Tribute Summon. We're going to normal this. We're going to fire off Talismanic Seal Array. We're going to, not you, ideally. Put everything else back in. We're going to weaken this. We'll then go to battle. I guess we'll try for this. Does have the widespread. And now, as long as he doesn't have anything to stop this, we're fine. Oh, God. Right, that is actually catastrophic. I think that's the end of the game immediately. There was nothing else we could have done that was better, I don't think. We could have just set a Shock Dragon. Like, that was the only other play we had. But then that means our Shield and Sword still doesn't do anything. Our other back row also still doesn't do anything. And it entirely just relies on him not getting any way to out it. Yeah, that's lethal on board, right? But he's going to reduce this. We can flip the attack and defense around. We'll be on 0. We'll take 3,000 and then 4,000, and then that's game. I mean, we'll show what we had, but yeah, this is lethal. There's nothing we can do about this. We have bricked too hard. And then he swings with that, and that's game. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do there. I mean, it wasn't even necessarily like he did like everything particularly good. It was more that we bricked really hard. But, you know, it happens. We can't, you know, especially when we're playing effectively a meme deck, we're not going to expect to, like, just never break. Alright, let's go again. Let's see if we can get, hopefully, a less bricky game. We are playing 7 Tribute Monsters, which is quite a lot, to be honest. Although, because of our skill, we should be dumping one into the graveyard quite quickly, so it's really, like, only playing 6. Oh, that's Gazelle. Should we tribute set this? I don't want to. I'm just going to leave it in hand. I like having 3 monsters. We just need to not draw any more and then we're fine. Oh, this is our, like, worst matchup. This is, like, literally our absolute worst matchup. Alright, let's see what we get. That's not ideal. Alright, we just pass. That's all we can do is just pass. There's no point to get aggressive. Chances are the monster is set, like, has, like, a decent amount of defense points. There's nothing we can do about that. All we can do is literally just wait. Magical Stream is fine. We'll lose the TSA. This is going to force some sort of response out of us. Now, as long as we don't get really unlucky and he doesn't flip... Oh, double corner. Bruh. I mean, we can... We can do, like, a big punish here, but it does just die. Like, so... Okay, that was one of the best options, so that's pretty good for us. It does just lose to, like, just top deck max, which is really bad. Like, that is really not where you want to be. Do we just push for game? We can't. We literally can't. We don't have enough bodies. God, these bloody shock dragons are just so useless. They're so useless. I think we have to clear these monsters though. So we are going to drop the shield and sword straight up. We're going to summon out both of these because, again, I need them gone, right? That is the priority here, is I need both of these Tauners gone. Swing in here. And he's got a back row that's live as well. Holy crap. Okay. Okay. All things considered, that could have gone so much worse. Let's see what he's got. Let's see what he has got for us. Maximum Overlord skill. That's okay for us. if he does drop double Seven's Road, we're probably just cooked straight up. But if he doesn't have exactly double Seven's Road, we're probably going to be okay. Okay. The third Torna. That is annoying, because that now forces another answer. We can't just ignore Torna. And unfortunately, our hand is so garbage that I think it doesn't matter what we draw. I think we're just cooked either way. Deck! Why? Oh my god, I just want to stop bricking on it. I think we have to take one out, right? We cannot keep having this happen. Like, this is like 4 games today where we've just drawn into all of our Shock Dragons. The only problem is the deck doesn't do anything without the Shock Dragons. Can relate to this in Rush Duels. Alright, we will... I think we're going to take Dark Magic Attack out. It's been funny to use it, and it has come up a couple of times and been really good, but more often than not, it's just a brick that is not doing anything for us. So, I think I'm going to put in a Call of the Earthbound, because that now goes to limit 3 and doesn't require heavy card investment. I don't want any more Spell and Traps in. We've already got way more than enough. So now it comes down to just a normal summon body. We have a couple of different options that we could take. The question is, which one is actually the best? I don't think we need to go for anything like hyper specific. I think maybe just another Speedy Performer will do fine. Yeah, I think we're just going to go for a Speedy Performer. Just being able to break the ties is generally what we're looking to do. So relatable, especially when I'm playing Thunder deck. Are you also playing against viewers? I have a spicy deck list to play. I mean, we might play some viewer games in a little bit. Right now, we're just playing on the ladder. We're just basically trying to get, like, a feel for the deck. We're trying to, like, test out, like, if we think this deck has, like, anything going for it, as well as potentially make a video about this. I don't know, though. I think it's, like, a nice casual fun deck, but I don't think I could, like, promote this as, like, a competitive list. I don't think that's realistically going to be a thing. Oh, there's a Silver Wolf. As much as I've been punished for doing this in the past, we are going to keep the Shock Dragon in hand. Let's see what happens. Oh, there's a Femtron. Particle Acceleration is going to pop our trap, which is very annoying, because obviously that was our best trap. Set. Where are we going with this? 1 card in hand. Another set. Okay. I mean, do we just push? We'd have to push through 3 back row. That's not like the end of the world. There's probably another Particle Acceleration back there. Alright, let's activate our skill. Reveal our Dark Magician Girl. Grab the Dark Magician. We're going to dump the Dark Magician into the graveyard. We're then going to... I mean, realistically, our end board's going to be that, right? Right, I'm going to flip this up. I'm then going to summon out Speedy Performer. I'm going to activate Performer. I'm going to boost this. We're then going to tribute 2. There's no reason to get funny with this because he's got... there is still kind of a reason to, I guess. Right, we'll summon out Essel. I don't think there's much of a reason to use Essel here. We've kind of already got our graveyard set up how we want it. We'll just go ahead and straight up tribute Essel. We will do this, and we're doing this in case he has like a Shenanigans card. This just like plays around stuff better. We'll swing with this. Chances are he's going to have a widespread. The question is, what else is he going to have? So he does have the Buffered Slime. He's just going to take the 2000. Okay. I mean, that's kind of fine. Like, I mean, he would have taken a lot more damage than 2000. But, like, getting rid of the Buffered Slime now is so good for us. If Dark Magic Attack was in your hand. I mean, yeah. But we also took Dark Magic Attack out of the deck because it was bricking us too much, so... Okay. It was a bit of a weird play. Right, let's go Shock Dragon. And because I think he's probably going to have something to stop the attack, we are going to Tribute over for this. Now, this is really bad because our hand is... We're only drawing one card each turn, and our hand now doesn't out anything. But we think that he's got a widespread. Okay, didn't have a widespread, in which case it did not matter. Still, the getting into 15 is still really good. But I want to attack with my Shock Dragon. It can only attack position monsters this turn. I can't imagine anyone would play Maximum card in the Rush format outside of Duel Links. Without the skill, the chance you Maximum is really low. But, so, in... Well, speak of the devil. In the main game, there are cards you put in just to filter through your deck. As well as some of the Maximums that came out more recently are very, very powerful when they're not in Maximum form. So you still just play them like completely fine as is. But there are a lot of cards that help you like dig through your deck and filter, specifically for the Maximum decks. But, like you say, Maximums can get a little bit awkward, right? They're not... Until they started being, like, okay without being in Maximum mode, they were a bit naff. Like, the amount of times you play, like, the Cyburst list and just end up with a, Yggdrago middle piece, and then, like, maybe a second one, and you're like, I just don't want this in my hand. Okay, so we take 3,200 there. That's not ideal. That's just going to be game, right? Yeah, that's game no matter what. There's nothing we can do about it. Which is a shame. That literally just came down to he hard drew the max, right? He didn't have anything to help him get the max to his hand. He just hard drew the max. Like, our out was to hard draw the Talisman Accelerate or hard draw the second copy of Shock Dragon. We didn't draw them, so that was it. Oh, they are powerful outside of the Maximum. Interesting, yeah. Some of them, the new ones, have, like, effects that they'll get when they're not in Maximum mode, which is pretty good. So the old Maximum is just useless. Basically, yeah. I mean, there are some exceptions. Like, some of them are now better, but, like, not really competitive. The only real competitive Maximum decks right now are... I want to mill with this, but... Right, let's do it. Because chances are we're against Harpies anyway. Who's going to flip something up. That is catastrophically bad. We just milled 2 trap cards. We wanted to mill some normal monsters. We milled the opposite of what we wanted to mill. Alright. Well, this game's not going great. I hope Dee and Keto will get a Maximum of herself. The closest we've had to that, which isn't out yet, but it was in an anime episode, is Magical Sheep Girl Meeg-chan, the Maximum. Very weird, but it exists. I wonder if we can find it quick. Right, we go to... Here you go. So this is Great Magical Sheep Girl Meeg-chan Max Wool, which is just a character that isn't, you know, a card that is not out for us yet. But it's very funny. And when this card does eventually come out, I am looking forward to playing it. 2,500 attack. Decent stat line. Send one Meet and Greed Melee Ultra Beam from your hand to the graveyard. Destroy one card in your opponent's field. Then if this card's in Maximum mode, increase its level by 3 until the end of the turn. So notably as well, this thing is level 7 instead of being a maximum, like level 10. This hand is just still bad, isn't it? We'll summon. Summon. There's no reason to use your effect other than just milling a card. I guess we'll mill a card. Oh, I should have done that. No, but there's no way to do it how I want to do it anyway. Go ahead and tribute these two. Activate his effect. Set. And we'll just swing over these. get a decent chunk of damage in, and we'll just pass. What are the other two effects? That is an excellent question. So we have L and R. So L is... When this card is in your graveyard, it's treated as a normal monster and becomes magical shoot card Meek-chan, which means it works with all of the normal monster recursion cards. While in maximum mode, you can send 2 cards from your hand to the graveyard. This turn, this card gains 1000 attack, cannot be destroyed by your opponent's trap card effects, and if it attacks defense position monster, inflict piercing. And it's, again, level 7, 2500 attack monster, so just a vanilla 2500 attack is, again, quite good. And then R is another level 7, 2500 attack monster, which is, again, while it's in the graveyard, it counts as a normal monster, magical shoot girl Meek-chan. We can add up to 3 beast-type normal monsters, Meat and Greed, or Mellow Meek-chan Ultra Beam from your graveyard to your hand. So a lot of recursion, a lot of piercing, a lot of attack gain, some protection. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Back to the action, and I think we're about to take a crap ton of damage. So this is the exact board where having Shield and Sword or a Shock Dragon would be great. We've got a TSA. Not quite the same. I mean, we could play like a really memey play. I could Crash. That's the best I've got with this. Do we go for a Crash play? No, surely we don't. Alright, we're going to go for this Summon Gazelle. We're going to set 2. We're going to set this. We're going to activate TSA. We'll grab this back. We're probably going to put this back as well. We'll weaken this thing down. And then we're going to run into a Counter Pigeon. Ooh, no Counter Pigeon. Okay. 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 That's okay. We're fine. Sounds kind of nuts, not going to lie. I mean, it sounds nuts for Duel Link standards. For... don't Talismanic Sealer me. For the modern game standards, it's good, but it's not, like, busted. Like, it's still good. I think it would see some play. I don't think it would be like a top-tier meta threat in the current, you know, the current meta game of the physical game. That sounds pretty good, not gonna lie. 5k piercing is crazy. Look and learn, Ragnarok. Hello, Widespreaders. Hello, Sora Mia. Welcome, welcome on in. You've caught us playing some Dark Magician. We're really in the salt mines today. Trying to do some cooking with all this salt. We've had mixed results. It's not been going too bad, all things considered. Okay. 3 big bad birds. Where are we going with this? Hysteric Force. Now, are we putting all the eggs in one basket, or are we going to spread the love, is the question. Okay. I kind of want to do this. I don't need to. Right, we are going to do this. We are going to do this because this means a crackback has more potential. We specifically would need to get like a really good punish on that. Shield and Sword or Shock Dragon. We can't guarantee we're going to draw either. Oh, there's the Shock Dragon. We have the Silver Wolf. Going to reduce anyway. We can put that down by 1000 to 11. Reduce that by 2. Can only reduce 1. We have no way to get that any further down. Okay, we'll flip this up. We are going to normal summon Pikachu. We'll go ahead and activate Silver Wolf, and I think we still weaken this one, right? Although if we get maximum off of it, we could get that guy lower. So I could reduce this guy down to 11, then that guy all the way down to 0. Let's go for this. We're going to try this out. We're then going to summon out the second Pikachu. We'll go ahead and tribute both. Summon out the boy. I'm then going to activate the TSA now. We'll put that back. I want to leave some of that in grave. Sure, you can come back. We'll weaken this. Then I'll activate this. Summon. Go to battle. See what you've got for this. Nothing. So this is going to be a... I mean, you have to use it. You can't not use Recital here. Get him for 13. Okay, okay. Things are looking okay. Things are looking okay. Minimum summon incoming. I mean, could you imagine? How would that even work? How would you minimum summon? Also, why we only have 3 field spells right now? We need more so that the Beast Archetype second effect can kick in. Yeah. Oh, that's just game, isn't it? This is almost certainly just lethal. Reduced me by 14 down to 200 and then boost himself. Wait, if he shuffles back all of his wing beasts, that's my win con. He shuffled back too many wing beasts. Which means, as is, this is not lethal on board. There is now hope. Alright, that's now lethal on board. We'll let him kill us. We'll let him kill us rather than just scoop it up. Smite me, oh mighty smiter! Take the 24. Let me take the 2. Okay, all things considered, that was a quite good one. We'll save that replay. That's going to be replay number 10. Give him a nice as well. So close to game. Medium summon could work with 2 cards getting a spot and leaving 1 spot for another monster. Aha. Minimum summon is just you tear a monster, can summon 1/2 of it. Lol, he doesn't know how to minimum summon. I mean, I'm open to the idea. I don't know how it would work. That's all I'm saying. Alejandro. Alright, Alejandro. Let's see what you got for me. Can you defeat the strongest magician in terms of attack and defense? Speaking of which, I don't know if we did any... Yeah, in that last game, we didn't see any of our Dark Magician cards. So we just milled them. Hey, there's the boy. Other than the noodle stuff, the new box isn't great unless you don't have Dragia/Slayer. Basically, yeah. It's like... You can play the Fire Dragon stuff. Like, the Fire Dragon stuff is okay. Like, it's not bad. Like, it's fine. Right, we'll straight away use Magician Shuffle. Get into the deck. Welcome back. Discard the Dark Magician. I think we are going to play it safe. And just try and guarantee this thing dies rather than worry about getting a little bit of damage in. So we are going to use Seraph of Darkness. We're going to change this to defense. We're going to set 2 cards back. Go to battle, and then we'll attack with this. And we'll attack with this. Okay, chances are he's about to flip over double Ghost Cyclone, and then I'm going to be sad. Right, that is my prediction. I'm ready to be sad. Oh! I hate being right. Don't do it. Don't have another one. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, that doesn't count. That does not count. I don't like that so many Harpy players have started using Hammer Crush Deal as well as Ghost Cyclone. In my mind, like 3 back row hate is perfect and putting loads more in. Especially in a deck that has an out to widespread already. Feels really weird. It just feels like you're just asking to brick more. That not even a box because it's not in the box section shop. I mean, there is that. I'm not investing fully into the Super Mini because I'm not sure how long Noodle will remain on the meta. So Noodles are like every deck, right? They're going to get worse and worse as new stuff comes out until new stuff for them comes out. And they will be getting a fusion, well, I guess 2 fusions, and a couple more boss monsters in the future. So, like, there is something there. Alright, you're not live. No point in just sitting on you. So I go set, set. Tribute 1, Tribute 2. Summon. Summon. Activate the effect. Swing! Have you got a widespread as well of all of that? Come on, you don't have a widespread. Swing with this one. 13 to the face! Pass turn. I don't care, just 3 copies of all cards go burr. I mean, that's my mentality. That is exactly my mentality. I need 3 copies of every single card so I can do whatever I want. Especially if you're only playing Rush and you're not playing Speed on the same account, then it is very, very easy to just collect 3 of everything and not worry about it. What can I do for you? Alright, what do you have for me, Harpy Lady? Oh my god, it's another Harpy Lady Sisters. There was no way we could see this coming. The deck build box is for people who haven't gotten into Duel Links Rush yet. The noodles being there just so people who already are don't miss out on new product. I assume it's to get hype before the Worlds event, hence all the Rush box / cards this month and Blue Eyes for the event. It's interesting to me that we're basically like, in a way, we've just kind of buffed a load of dragon decks, right? And part of me is like, that's a bit of a weird way to go, or like direction to take, when we're about to release a dragon deck. And if one of those other dragon decks ends up outperforming Blue Eyes, it will make the Blue Eyes deck look worse just by comparison, right? But saying that, actually, this is kind of gross, isn't it? There's no way we play Shock Dragon. It's too much of an investment right now with this hand. I think it has to be double Dark Magician Girl, and then we'll just lose 1 to Widespread. I think that is the only play we have. Unfortunately. We are just going to lose one of these, but there's, like, what else can we do? If we summon Shock Dragon, it just dies to Widespread anyway. Oh, it was Counter Pigeons. Okay. But again, it doesn't really change anything. I mean, our win con is that he has run out of high-level monsters. And he's only got 1 Harpy Lady Sisters in the grave, because they keep shuffling them back in, so we're basically screwed. Didn't you have to open the first box in order to build a completed Dragon / Noodle deck? I mean, basically, but like everyone opened the first box. Plus, Dragius was kind of already in there. I don't know if you needed anything from the first box for the Dragon deck specifically. And also, I think all of the best Noodle cards are reprinted anyway, so I think that doesn't matter either. They dropped the box to promote new skills. You're thinking too hard about it. A buff for Dragons is a buff for Blue Eyes. Players like Dragons and Spellcasters, so I'd say we'll see a lot of both in the next couple of months to draw in attention. There's not much you can really do to Spellcasters, though. That's the thing. Want to duel after you finish your match? I'll tell you what, we'll throw open a duel room. We can do that for a bit. We have had a couple of people ask to duel. We can make a duel room. Why not? We'll do that for a bit. If anyone wants to play, we can get a couple of games going. Rush duel. Casual room capacity. I don't know. Fucking, we're never gonna hit the max capacity. We might as well set it to it. Blah 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 blah. Dual time at 180 sounds good. Alright, well there's that. We'll leave that up and then we will chuck it on screen somewhere. Behold. The room ID. It's up there for everyone to see. Oh, it is time. Any excuse to not play Dark Magician Girl Shock. Yeah, it's It's kind of rough, not gonna lie. By the way, my deck is not completed yet. I still need 2 UR cards from extra deck, but no gems right now. Let me join in a sec. Okay, we'll leave the code up there. I'm probably going to swap off this deck. We've already got like all the footage we need, and we kind of already know how the deck works. We're probably going to play just something else. I don't know what we're going to play, mind. What do we want to play? We don't want to play aggro. Aggro's boring. Let's play some... Oh, the temptation is just like go right across. We have Red Eyes and Dark Magician in Rush already. Imagine they release Red Eyes Dark Dragoon in Rush. I don't think that's going to happen somehow. This is such an old list. There's no way this is still like remotely good, is there? I mean, I say that like the deck was ever remotely good. Yeah, we'll try this. We'll play some Ride Across. We haven't played Ride Across in a while. Why not? I mean, it's going to get stomped either way, but... Ruler Control. Every deck has aggro. Nah. Well, Manicist is about. Oh, I did say I'd play against a couple of other people first, though. Oh. Yeah, obviously, if anyone else wants to play against anyone else. Oh, you don't all have to queue up to play against me. Is that the JD Scrub? I can't remember who it was that asked to play before. There was someone else that was asking about it, but that was ages ago. So long ago. Like trying to scroll back, but like it's so long ago. Y'all don't have to all wait for me, right? You guys can play against each other. That is fine. Ruler Control, Septiami Ruler, and Beyond Curiosity. Just aggro is anything with Dragius, right? If you're not playing Dragius, you're not playing aggro in my books. Has some downtime before meetings today. Need to restart the game. I'm sorry, I'm gonna join the room in a minute. No, we won't. Alright. Right, we'll go against JD Scrub for now. We'll play a game, and then we'll play against Hunter Xyz straight afterwards. We're just gonna play best of 1 as well. We're not gonna, like, mess around with best of 3s constantly. We'll just jump into a BO1. I don't play Dragius in Sod. That's aggro. Exactly. See, Manicus gets it. God, it's been so long since I played these cards. Set 3 pass A. That's a little bit awkward. I mean, I guess we'll do this. I'll go ahead and use Daybreak Order. We will throw this back into the deck. Reveal this. And then to my hand, I will just take Ride Across. We're then going to set. I think we just want to get our hand empty, to be honest. So we'll tribute, summon out the boy, set, go to battle, and we'll just swing. And we'll just pass. We could have got this out of our hand by using Ride Across's effect. But I kind of want to set up for a future play. No, I think it would have been better to do the alternative and just summon it out. Someone please give me the code in chat. It's right up there. There you go. In case you need a copy paste. Oh no. And Tribute to the Doomed? Calm down, JD Scrub. We're already playing Ride Across. Alright, well, we're taking 5,400 damage on turn 1. Or turn 3, I guess. That's not ideal. Which means the game is probably over. I don't think we can recover from this. And that is the brick to end all bricks as well. Okay. So we'll go ahead and activate our skill. throw this back. Reveal this again. Grab this out. Normal summon. Activate the effect. Weaken that. Then we tribute. Activate the effect. Put back 1, 2, 3, 4. Summon out the boy. Set. There's not really much of a reason to do that. There's also not really much of a reason to do that. It comes down to... I think it doesn't really matter either way, to be honest. So we'll just swing with this. Then we'll swing with this. And then we will pass. I'm so sorry, lol. I mean, again, we're playing Ride Across. We're not expecting, like, really, like, a great, fantastic game here. The thing is, I don't want to play, like my best decks. Just because... I mean, that's just lethal board. Yeah, I don't want to play, like, my best decks. Just because it's, like... I don't want to get, like, super duper try hard. You know? Not in, like, just a fun little... point battle room. Oh, you know, point battle. Just a dueling room. Boom. Alright, well, there's that one done. Oh, it's a Rush Duel room. I don't have a deck for that. I don't play Rush Duels at all. Damn. I'm playing a fan deck in Speed Duel format. Can we switch the room to Speed Duel? I mean... doesn't want to play his best decks because he thinks chat are trash. Wow, Manicus. Wow. Just throwing shade like that. Play Beast Gear? Yeah, let me play something more casual. GG's. The problem is, Hunter, is... Or I should say Number Hunter, is that it's a bit awkward to set that up when everyone else is kind of playing Rush. So we will swap off them. We'll play something a little bit more competitive, because I really do like the Noodle deck right now. So we could just play some of that. Let's go for it. Let's play some Noodle. Let's play some Noodle Sesso. Everyone likes the noodles. I love the noodles. Let's see about playing Hunter with the nudes. Never mind, I'm gonna grind some Rush Duel cards real quick. I mean, that would be ideal. Right, let's see if Hunter's about. I'm going to play the true definitive version of the deck that people should follow. The true definitive version of the deck. I'm going to silence the stream to be fair. Okay. Okay. So we still don't know what Hunter's playing, but he's playing the definitive version of whatever it is. Let's take a gander. Roa Cassidy, so still could be anything. Playing a Roa skill, so this is limited what it could be. Well, that's a hand. That's certainly a hand. These are cards in my hand. The old set 3 pass. Right, let's see. Oh, my favourite song? Yeah, we just got basically a bunch of, like, video game bangers. That's currently just what we're listening to. Okay, so we have Nessus. We also have Shadow Buyer. So there is potential for a Hell Tuning Invasion here. We set a monster in defense. Tribute both. Summon out Heavy Metal. Okay. So we're going to get to keep a monster either way. So we lose a Canaan. And we lose a Descendant of Titans. So far, it's looking okay. I mean, that's not a great hand, but we can do at least something with it. And that's all we can really hope for. So we'll set. We're then going to go ahead and tribute and summon out our sub. We're going to go ahead and activate our skill. We'll boost up Serb. We're then going to set 2 back row. Go to the battle phase, and then we will just attack. Let's see if we can clear this, which we can. Get a nice 200 damage. I will just buy a structure deck and have fun with it. Yeah, I mean, there are some pretty okay structures. Just do not buy the Vault Condor one. Also, do not buy the Ridercross one. Those ones are bad. Don't buy those ones. Probably the Spellcaster one is going to be the way to go. Okay. Where do we go with this? Use Essel's effect to mill some more cards. We have got Seahorse, so we are playing the Aqua Engine. That's good to know. Tributes out the Summoned Skull. Okay. We respect the skull. Talismanic Sealerate. Okay. We'll shuffle a load of cards back in. Weaken us down by 12. Just get him with Skull for some big damage. Yeah. I think that's fine. Oh, okay. We'll take less damage. We're okay with that. So we are respecting that our defense monsters might have high defense. I regret so much buying 3 Vault Condor structure deck. Yeah, it was like kind of okay when it very first came out and then just went nowhere but downhill. Okay, we'll set this. We will set, and we will set, and set. That's going to be our turn. No, lovely defensive play. Straight to battle. Might as well top it off. We're not going to use anything here. So we'll lose our whole board, which again is fine. We just want to see some tribute monsters. That's all kind of what we're waiting for right now. Do I have time to grind some gems? I mean, we're probably going to be playing, streaming for like another 20, 30 minutes. So, maybe. We will set. Tribute. Get out the boy. We will summon out Fire Root. Activate Extra Spice. Send it to the grave. Then we will activate our skill. Target to boost him up. Add a card to hand. And I would love to take back a Fire Root. Then we're going to set. We're going to set. We're going to go straight to battle, and we are going to attack into the Summon Skull. And this might prompt a back row. There's the widespread. Let me just pass. So here... Oh, I think this is fine. I don't know, is it fine? Do we just let this happen? There's a chance of us getting a nice big push in a sec. What's currently in the grave? Nothing. I'll tell you, we will use this then. This is a little bit greedy. But being able to get rid of that, as well as maintain this, means we are in a pretty good spot. That's not exactly what we were hoping for, but we can do stuff with it. We'll summon out Carrier. Activate Carrier. Grab back Kanan. We'll then set. Then we're going to go ahead and tribute 1, tribute 2. Summon this. Then we can go ahead and activate Noodle Art Reboot. Target and take back a card to our hand. We'll grab back Fyaru. We will then set this. If I do this, I discard that. Or I discard that, I guess. That's probably the best play. Then it comes down to, what do we get at the top? We don't currently have another one, so there's no real reason to do that. So I don't think that is worth doing. So instead, we will just tribute over this. That was actually a mistake. I shouldn't have done that way. Okay, that's fine. That's fine, that's fine. We'll activate that. We'll activate this. We'll set this. Go to battle. We'll swing in with this. So this is going to be slime then? Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about slime. Yeah, we got very greedy here. We weren't even really thinking about slime. I think the play would have been keep playing defensive would have been a lot better. Second go cycling. Okay. Okay. I mean, we're still kind of okay, right? Like, what possible play, like, completely destroys this? Okay, so... it's just gonna stall us out. Not really much we could do about that. We'd have to get that off. Alright, so we will... Tribute 1. Tribute 2. Summon this. Go ahead and activate Noodle Art Reboot. We'll add back Fyaru. Summon out Fyaru. Activate the effect. Then we summon. Go to battle phase. We'll swing with this. I'm going to swing with this. And swing with this. Let me pass. Alright. We're in a bit of an awkward position, but there are things we can do. Just awkward. Is there a leak about when the next Rush box out? I mean, kind of. It should be out in the next couple of weeks. But, like, there's nothing, like, direct, I guess. Right, we'll draw. We'll drop Talismanic Seal Array. We'll put this. What else do I need back in? Taking that doesn't do anything. I guess I'll take this. Take one of these, and that doesn't really change anything. I guess we'll take this. Weaken that down. Then we activate Extra Spice. Now... We set. We set. We go straight to battle phase. And then we'll start attacking these. And then we pass. Watch the room replay against JD. You'll see the deck ain't bad. I assumed coming out on the 9th of May. Same as Master Duel stuff. Tomatoes, nudes on stream. I mean, the noodles are always on stream. Okay, we never shy away from the noodles. But we just got a deck build box. I mean, yeah, a deck build box isn't a real box, right? And we did get leaks of cards, and those cards, I think because of, like, the way they've always done it in the past, to set a precedent that they have to be out before the next lot of information gets dropped, like, and gets, like, put into the system, which means there is, like, a hard cutoff point, which I think was, like, the 28th of this month. I'm pretty sure it was a Tuesday, yeah. So I'm pretty sure they have to come out before the 28th, is, like, the logic. I'm starting to grind James now. Oh, it's you. Hello. Hello, Bo. Welcome on in. Well, we are currently staring down a Royal Rebels Heavy Metal. There's a TSA. That's pretty good. That's going to be 1600 attack off our guy, putting us down to 800 attack, which is not great. More importantly, it fills up his deck, so deck out should not be a lose condition. Looking at 3900 damage right now. Tributes 2. Summons out an invasion. And then also summons out the Shadow Buyer on top. That's actually really funny. Does that change anything if I do that? Swing that over there. That means he has to... Yes, that does. So we are going to activate Call of the Earthbound. Redirect the attack over here. Okay, so now we have a 50-50 chance to just win the game on the spot. Oh, I mean, we have game anyway. There's, like, nothing. We cannot lose from this position because of what we have in our hand. So I'll go Carrier, bring back Kanan. Summon Kanan. We'll go Tribute 1, Tribute 2, Summon the boy. Activate the skill. Boost up extra spice. Grab back a body. Summon the Fyaru. Activate the extra spice. Burn for the K. And there it is. The noodles doing noodle things. GG, Hunter. Alright, we were told to watch a replay, so we'll do that quick. Manikist wanted the Manikist versus JD Scrub. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what happened. I'm ready to see greatness. Right, let's see. Never got to show what the deck does because no boss monsters, Kappa. I mean, that is a shame. Tributes 2, summons out the Dark Magician. Summons out a Dark Magician Girl. So this is very easily punishable by a lot of decks. I mean, this is one of them. What? Why didn't we just use Attribute Hydron's effects? Okay, I think there's a little bit of a misplay there, because I think we should have been able to clear that board without losing anything. We get Shock Dragon for the big punish. Draws 3, summons out the Femtron. Maximum Ragnarok. Weakens both. Tributes 1 to get out the Soul. Soul reveals you Drago R in hand. Now the question is, are we going to hoard the R? We are going to hoard the R. It's a little bit greedy, but if it pays off, summon out 3 monsters, including the Piercing Samurai. Piercing Samurai not really... so right there, that is exactly the 3-card combo that can work out. If you draw exactly those 3 cards, genuinely are really powerful. And obviously your opponent also has to have a 0 defense monster for it to really work out. But it does work quite well. Do you need to have 3 or more Cybursts in Great Hydron? I couldn't tell you. I basically don't play Cyburst. I think Cyburst is garbage, personally. I've never been a big fan of the deck. Let's find out. Yeah, if you have 3 or more Cyburst monsters in a graveyard. Okay, yeah. In which case, yes. That is correct. Right, but I did the sequence wrong. I'm trying to think what else you could have done there exactly. I assume you were bricked up as well, because you had to, you know, you kept 2 boss monsters in hand and you had a 3rd card that you put back. So I'm assuming that 3rd was probably another high-level monster. Whirl and Manicus playing right now. I'm feeding my stream wallet right now, so I will be okay to play in a few minutes. Okay. We've got Whirl in here as well now. And just so everyone is aware, anyone that does play Rush competitively, there is a tournament later on today being held by the Starry Cup guys. I'll go ahead and chuck the start GG in chat if anyone is interested, but that is a tournament going on later today. Starts in roughly 4 hours, I want to say. Obviously, we won't be streaming then, but I'll probably be playing in it. I'm sure some of you already know this exists. Right, let's go and check out another game. Tomato, this deck is fire. I keep winning. Listen, Manicus, I'm not gonna put out a video saying just like, Manicus says this deck is good. You gotta remember, we won a ton with it on stream, Manicus, right? We already won a ton with it. We opened the day with a double win. Let's see who's gonna win out of Scrub and Hunter. So again, this is looking to be Thunder versus... Well, I'm assuming this is Thunder versus the old Royal Rebels. Good luck for the tournament, Tomato. Thanks. I don't know how serious we're going to take it. Like, I might just play Noodles again, but like, Noodles for me right now is like a comfort pick because I played it so much, don't really have to think as much when I play it. Whilst also, it's kind of try hard because it's the deck I've won the most on recently. So, I don't know. Like, I sometimes will just take a deck to a tournament just to try and get footage for it, but, like, I'm not taking, like, the Dark Magician deck. We're not taking that. A second win shouldn't have counted. You misplayed, but well done. Play Dinos, woo. Hey, we still won that game, right? Even if there was a Yeah, the second time we ever played it. This man. Manicus just bullies me. That's all this is now. He just comes in with his nose stuck up. Play dinos in tournament? I mean, we could do. Like we said, we haven't had much experience with it. So, I need to... That might be what we play on Thursday, you know. We might just sit there and play dinos for a bit. Because we haven't, like, really sat down and played them properly yet. Wait, why can't you flip opponent's monster? From what... What's the context of that statement, Zaki boys? The only other time I've seen this deck in play is you using it, and on your second game, I saw that play, just saying I might be Jesus. I'm not sure how seeing a misplay makes you Jesus, but sure, why not? You can be Jesus. Hunter skill, why can't he flip JD monster? Which skill is he using? He's on... Well, it depends what skill he's on. He's on heavy drive. So this is, if the enemy wants 1400 more attack deck of Fiend type, increase the level of one light attribute monster filled by 1. If they're playing, go first, activate the effect, don't mark your hand to the deck. If you're playing, you get a good rate. There's no flip effect on this. This is... So you're thinking of Hell Tuning Invasion. Which is not really played much at all at the moment. The one that's actually seeing a lot of play is Death Doom Requiem, which also doesn't flip. Hell Tuning Evasion basically hasn't seen play since the nerf. I didn't realize quite how severe the nerf was until I played it against Hylister, and I was like, that was a really bad nerf. Having to have exactly 2 level 4 is like, it's so bad, so bad. Well, Royal Rebels Invasion did its thing. Widespread Ruin is going to pop it, though. This could still go either way. This really could still go either way. Like, obviously, we're in a really terrible spot right now, and if Thunder is able to do Thunder things, right? If we go into, like, Stormbolt via, like, a Duckbill or something, go into, like, Double Tribute and a 15 Vanilla, that's, like, so big. No cards in hand as well, so if it's, like, a Trigger Drago, like, Tribute, Trigger Drago... Looks like we might have gotten through unscathed if our opponent doesn't have any tribute monsters, which it looks like they don't. We're not going to be able to use the skill. Damn, I played so many duel with that skill, I forgot there are other skills beside Invasion and Death Doom. Yeah, so right now, we've been seeing Requiem is like the new good one. Just because being able to get out loads of monsters and then tribute them off and then summon out Death Doom. Yeah, Royal Rebels... Death Doom? Doom Metal? No, Doom Metal, that's the one. I'm thinking of its original Japanese name. Yeah, Doom Metal's effect to pop the opponent's entire board is really, really strong. The downside is, again, the deck really struggles still with set 3 pass, but there's a lot of decks that really struggle to get through that at the moment. No money on my card, so I'm a grind. I mean, you gotta love the grind. Although, I gotta say, you shouldn't, like we're not gonna be streaming for too much longer. I wouldn't get too invested in spending a load of money or time and effort into building your Rush deck. Unless, like, you just want to play Rush. If you want to play Rush in general, yeah, by all means. Don't just do it for our sake. Also, Death Doom Requiem help you unbrick too. Yes. And it can just, like, throw 2,000 defense monsters out, which is actually pretty good. I love this just, like, classic version of the Royal Rebels. Okay, so we get to pop one of the 15s, gain a load of attack. We'd have to crash into the other one. Ooh, TSA. We don't have to crash anymore. Is this... How much is this going to be? 14 off this puts down to 1,000. So that'll be 3,000, 4,000 damage? We are so close. But, unfortunately, ending the turn with a 1,000 attack monster on the field is a little bit yikes. I think what I would have done, and now this is almost certainly incorrect. Nah, it's an awkward one because you're playing against Thunder, so having no cards in hand just means a Trigger Drago or a Gazelle is game anyway. I don't think there is a correct play. If your opponent just has a boss monster, I think the game's over just regardless of what anything else you do. Yeah, there's the boss. So there was no way to play around this. If you set monsters, it gets killed. If you cleared your whole board so you only have one monster, it still gets killed and you get pierced to death. Unfortunately, there was just no way out of this. You going to stream the tournament later tomorrow? Probably not. I've got some other stuff to do this evening, so I'm probably going to be like going back and forth from playing the tournament and like doing other bits and bobs. So it's like, it's very, very awkward. Well, there's Manicus. Let's get a game against Manicus. We haven't played against Manicus yet. He could beat us up with Dark Magician. What's the next Royal Rebel cards will be coming next? So we don't know 100%, but like we can infer that we're going to get some of the... I'm trying to think if we have all of like the classic Royal Rebel stuff. No, there's at least a couple of cards we don't have. Like, I don't think we have the Hunter card. But then, like, the more modern Royal Rebel cards are very, very good. They're currently like a tier 1 deck in the physical game. So we might get some of those early as well. Well, at least I show exactly what Heavy Drive deck does. Essel plus Heavy Drive. Nice. A zombie's good for Rush, and what character I need to play them. So zombies don't have a skill. So you can play any character. You basically just would most likely play Hammer Crush Deal. How do we want to do this? We don't have to like get like super crazy here. So we're just gonna set. We'll tribute to summon out this. We will go ahead and activate Noodle Art Reboot, boost this up, and then we'll just swing into this. Boop. And then we'll pass. What's the name of the skill? Hammer Crush Deal is typically what you see in zombies. They basically just play an aggro deck. So you play Dragius at 3, and then you play the zombie boss monster, which is what, Dread Ruler? And then you just play like all the other zombie cards. It's okay. Like, aggro in itself is like a fine deck. The zombie flavor of aggro is okay. Has a bit of burn. It can get a 3,500 attack boss monster. It's not like a top tier deck, but it's like, it's fine. Is that the Dark Magician? Oh no, my Chimera. And my Fiaru. Alright, let's see what we draw. A weird hand, to say the least. I mean, either way we have to force something, so I think we're fine. Alright, we're gonna set. We're gonna tribute 1, tribute 2, summon out the boy. We'll go ahead and activate Noodle Art Reboot. We'll boost him up and add a card back to our hand. So we'll add back Fiaru. Then we are just going to set, activate Spice, set, go to battle, swing. Ooh, that went better than expected. I was expecting a back row to stop us. What's the name of the skill? Can you share the deck list? Ooh, that is a question. That is a question. I'll have a look and see if someone's posted it on DLM real quick. Aggro's on here. Marco is on here, so maybe. Here we go, yeah. Alright, I'll chuck it in chat. And you can see Talismanic Seal Array. We're doing this just to get back the bodies. I mean, I'm quite happy to just get rid of this. Also saves us from taking a ton of damage. Especially when there's dark magic attacks running around. That's not bad draws. Could be better, I guess. Alright, we'll set. Then we will go ahead and tribute 1, tribute 2, summon out the boy. We will go ahead and summon out the Fiaru. And then we're going to fire this off. Well, we will go ahead and use Noodle Art Reboot. Throw that on there, add a card back to our hand. I guess it makes sense to take back Fiaru. But then again, it depends. Depends how aggressive we're actually planning to get here. If we're just going to attack over that, it doesn't really matter. I think we'll just take stock. We'll go 1, we'll go 2, we'll go 3, we'll go 4, and we'll just clear this. We're quite happy to just play a nice slow game. Well, now we just big chilling. Plays the 3, gets a little reduction. It's kind of fine. Seahorse Carrier takes back another body. Guessing a double tribute. Summons out the Shock. Summons out a Canaan. Shock Dragon effect. Reduce it down. So another back row. Straight to battle. Goes in for the 11. Kills one. Kills the other. Draw for turn. That's exciting. Do we just go for a big push is the next question. probably. So we're going to set. We're going to set. We'll go ahead and tribute 1, tribute 2. Summon this. Then I think we always just use Noodle Art Reboot. Target itself. Add a card back to hand. We'll take back a Fyaru. Summon Fyaru. Summon Fyaru. Tribute 1 to summon out the Serb. We'll then activate Spice. Activate Roastery. And we'll activate Talismanic Seal Array. Target this. Go to battle. Swing! Ah, cringe. You're not allowed to use that card. Yeah, slime is the one big problem that this deck typically has. Unfortunately, I think we've been so unlucky that we might actually lose here. Entirely off of slime, which is a bit disappointing. Because realistically, if we weren't unlucky, there would be almost no chance that we'd lose here. But now there is a chance, which is very sad. Summons 2. Tributes 1. Okay, just Dark Magician Girl is fine. Just 2 Dark Magician Girl is also fine. Okay, looks like we're going to be fine then. You have to kill the other big guy, right? There's no way you can't. Okay, so now we will normal summon Seahorse Carrier, activate Carrier, grab a body back. Then we're going to set, and then we're going to tribute out everybody's favorite boy, Extra Spice. We use Extra Spice's effect. Then, how do we want to play this? With that, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 is not enough. So we just don't bother with that then. So we'll activate Reboot. And we are going to add a card back to our hand. I am going to add back the Fyaru. So we're going to set, 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 go to battle, and then swing. Now we're expecting a widespread hit. And now it's going to come down to, does he find it? I mean, he's got 8 cards left in deck. He needs just 1 card. Okay, so he's going to go for the shuffle. Reveals the Dark Magician Girl, gets that back, tributes both, summons out Dark Magician, activates Dark Magic Attack, wipes the 3 back row, attack, attack, attack. So he needs to guarantee that those attacks are going to be able to kill. This should be pretty simple. Yeah. Completely telegraphed. Okay, so we should win. The only way we lose is if the bottom card of our deck is... Well, I guess there is also another lose condition. Oh, it's the bottom card of the... Oh, no, there's 2 cards left in deck. Okay, that's fine. I was going to say, I thought the very last card in our deck then was going to completely get us murked then. What have you got left? What are you playing as your back rows? I really don't know what you could have. I mean, either way, the game is over. If I just set 3, I draw 3 next turn. Yeah, so we have to push either way, right? So it does not matter. Tribute 1, Tribute 2, Summon, Activate Noodle Art Reboot. Target this. Grab back Fayaru. Sure, why not? Summon. Summon. Activate. Swing! Boom! Oh, yeah, that slime. Slime is a bloody pain in the ass card for Noodles. I can tell you that right now. Slime is usually... I mean, let's be honest. Slime is just fantastic, right? There is... I think it's hard to argue that Slime is like one of the best cards in the game right now. And it shuts like Noodles down so hard. Obviously, they go for that massive push and you just get to say no. It's like Waboku, but it's not, right? It's not Waboku, but it protects you for the turn, right? Yeah, that was a really, really fun one, Manicus. That was a really, really cool one. The main issue we were having was that we got the Majesty really, really early, and we didn't have any of our level 1 beans in the graveyard. So I was just sat there like, if you do a big push, I could just die from just not having one of the fiends in grave. Ugh. That's not a very good hand. I think I am going to empty it. I don't like the idea of holding onto this. So let's do this. We'll just pass on that. I'm ready. Table 2. Alright, well, we're in. Brick. I mean, that's not ideal. Now, I mean, I guess we'll, like, go for a push, even though it, you know, doesn't really mean much in this context. But yeah, we'll set. We will tribute 1, tribute 2, summon this. We'll set. Go ahead and tribute that, summon this. Flip this up. Activate the skill. We are just going to boost this. Activate Spice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, screw it. Let's go for it. Roastery, roastery, go. To battle. Swing. 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 We managed to beat a brick. How exciting. Alright, let's get a replay. Let's get a rerun. Let's get another game going. That one doesn't count. Yeah, always game 2. Always game 2. We don't let that count. That's so dissatisfying, isn't it, to let that just be it. So we are playing Cyburst by the look of things, though. So that's an interesting choice. This hand is also a bit awkward. I mean, we can make it work. Just a little bit awkward. You should save our match for your video. The problem with that is I would have to leave the room, delete another replay. I'd have to work out which replay to delete as well. Then, oh, this is such a weird hand. Right, let's make a funny play. Right, we're gonna set these two. Then we're gonna tribute both. And summon this guy. Then I'm going to activate the effect. Boost him up. Then I'm going to summon out a carrier. Activate carrier's effect. Take back Kanan. And then I'm going to set it. Go to battle. And I'm just going to swing. Yeah. And we'll just pass on that. Yeah, it's a lot of faff to put that in. It was a really fun game though. I'd have to have someone basically sit in the room as I like go and mess with my replays, like get rid of one, and then come back in and then grab it from there. Okay, Ooh, okay. What skill are we on? We didn't use Maximum Ragnarok. Oh, we're not on a skill. Ah, Number Hunter. We're not on a skill. Okay, we've got 2 at-shoot Hydrons, which affects our live. So we can get Millen. Shield and Sword to the grave. That's pretty good for us. These are cards. Do we go aggressive is the question. We don't really have a lot of cards to, like, go aggressive with. It's our currently, like, biggest concern. Alright, let's go Carrier. Tribute over this. Summon you. Then we'll activate Carrier. Take this back. Then I guess we'll just go for this, right? Let's go for the big play. Go big or go home, right? We'll go tribute, tribute. We will activate Spice. We're going to activate our skill. I think we do boost this up. We can't kill with Spice, he's too weak. We can try and get him with this. And then we'll pass. Sorry, I've become a little bit distracted, but that's fine. Alright. Alright. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what numbers got for us. Particle Acceleration is going to be able to pop our back row. Our back row was not live, but it's still good to get rid of it. Talisman Accelerate. I think we're dead. We might just be dead. It turns out the deck that managed to thwart us was the Skillless Cybers. You new to Rush? Are you in the Rush Duel Links Discord server? Yeah, there's a bunch of really good Discord servers you should join if you want to get into Rush. Hydron goes up to 28. Slams into that for the 800. Slam into that for the 600. And then you won't be able to clear the Archfiend Soldier because it has a big booty. Let's see what we can do. That's not very good. Okay, well, there's no point in holding onto these. Then we'll just set this, and then we'll just pass the turn. I watch so many Rush streams when I'm working, and just invite people. Are you like just the recruitment agency for this? Send 2 level 5 or lower Cybers monsters from hand to go. 1 face monster on your field gains attack equal to level 1 monster. Okay, so it's just an attack gain card. Okay, that's fine. Question is, are we going to see like a stop the fence or anything else? I guess. Okay, we lose our boy. Sad to see him go, but he was always going to die anyway. Unfortunately, we'd need like a really big... We're very low on life points, which makes anything we do now kind of risky. Do we just... We don't really have that many engraved, right? We got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 normals engraved. It's never going to be like a super impressive push. I think we'd still just go for it because it's like, it's the more fun option, right? Let's go for it. Now, we do just die on the crackback if we can't kill here, but we will just go for it anyway. So I'll go ahead and use New Lot of Reboot. We'll target. Then we'll grab a card from the graveyard. We'll grab back Flavor Inspector. Then we're going to summon. And we're going to summon. We're going to go ahead and activate this, and we'll just mill a normal monster. Oh, that's a shame. And then we'll activate a second Roastery. We'll go to battle. We'll swing in here. And then we can... Oh, Quantum Hole of all cards. Okay. Okay. Recruit to overthrow Speed Duel. It's a big slap and a big slap. Oh, that actually ended up being a lot closer than I thought. I thought we were actually going to lose last turn as well. We got very lucky to draw the hand we did, and that the back row was just Quantum Hole. But if you are interested in Cyburst, there are... Like, again, if you go on, like, Duel Links meta, there are some, like, really good Cyburst lists out there. And obviously, you know, having a skill would help as well. But I think with that, and that seems like we've kind of been winding it down anyway. I'll tell you what, if the room stays up, we'll try and sort out our replay real quick. So let me leave that. If someone could just stay in the room. We'll go and delete one of our replays. I don't know which one we're going to delete, though. I don't know, we'll just delete the latest one. No, that was a loss, right? We want to keep the loss. Let's get rid of Cadet. I don't know who that was. Then we'll go back to the duel room. Should be 100780. We'll go to our room replay. And we'll grab this one. We can put that in a video if we do end up making one. But that is going to be the end of today's stream. We have got some food to eat. We have a little bit of work to get on with. We have to sort out a video at some point, and we do have a tournament later, so we unfortunately cannot just be streaming all day. There's not that many people actually streaming right now. Unfortunately, there's not very many English people streaming as well, so we might just pass on raiding someone today. But again, we will be back again on Thursday, and we will almost certainly be playing in the Angel Cup, which again, we'll probably post that in the Discord. If anyone wants to, like, you know, keep up to date with this sort of stuff, they want to know when we're going to be live, if they want to see when our new videos come out, or if they want to find out any tournaments that are coming up, join the Discord. That's where all that information is going to be. There are also some other Discords. Obviously, Manicist has been recruiting people, but the Rush Duel Links Discord is a fantastic resource to go to. Thank you for the follow. And that's going to be it for me for today. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.